The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of Central Kentucky high school football starts now.
A glorious night for high school football as week 2 of the playoffs rolls on. Live tonight from Versailles, it's Collins and Woodford County. I'm Chris LeBar along with former U of L Cardinal outstanding student-athlete Joey Hamilton. Joey, this has the makings of a great matchup tonight.
This is probably going to be in my mind, the best game, the best second-round game in the state of Kentucky. That's the way I'm looking at it. These are two high-powered offenses, two first-class teams. Both have outstanding junior quarterbacks and two outstanding coaches, probably in the toughest district in 5A. What more can you want?
Collins defeats Dixie Heights last night. We were privileged to watch that game, 52-49 last Friday. What did you like best in that win?
How Coach used every person available to win that game. He used the water boy.
He did.
He used the water girl. He used the managers, the kicker to come in and kick the game winner at the end. He had guys catching balls all over the field. He had running backs, 2 or 3 running backs. They subbed in a few linemen. He used every facet of Collins high school football to win that game last week. Last week. And it was just awesome. It was awesome to watch.
Woodford County is 10-1. They're undefeated against Kentucky foes. They've won 7 straight since losing to Munford in week 4, and they also have a very strong quarterback.
Fox Coombs, what can you say about him? He's big, he's strong, he's got an unparalleled arm. I mean, he just rockets that ball in there. He doesn't even look like he's throwing it. It's effortless. You know, he's 6'5", he's 240. Looks like a big tight end, but just drops back and throws that ball and throws with such ease. And he has a plethora of receivers to throw it to.
We will speak with Dennis Johnson, the head coach of Woodford County, on the other side of this pause. It's Collins and Woodford County live from Versailles on Glycon.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front 24/7. Our gift to the town. It's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive. We are leaders in customer care.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you at bluegrass.kctcs.edu. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world.
Welcome back to Glycod Sports. Joey Hamilton here. I'm at Community Stadium in Versailles, Kentucky. Second round playoff action. I'm here with head coach Dennis Johnson of the Woodford County Yellow Jackets. Coach, you got a 7-game winning streak. Big win last week, first round of playoffs. Common opponent tonight. You played them before. Is it better or worse to play an opponent 2 times?
I don't know. You know, the saying, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know. I don't know if that's true or not, but I know they got a really good team. Coach Lucas and his staff do a really good job. You know, they got a quarterback who I think is probably one of the better 2 or 3 players in the state of Kentucky, and so we got to be ready to play. But it should be a great matchup. It's becoming a nice little rivalry within the district, and so our district's tough, and so Collins is a great opponent.
Last time we played them, first half they controlled the first half, took the lead. Second half, what was the difference? The second half for y'all to come back like that?
No, I just think we coaches made some adjustments, man. They came in and just brought it to us first half, stopped us. I think they got 3 straight stops defensively, and we weren't able to stop their air raid pass and attack. And so we came in and made some adjustments, did a few things different, and which was able us to kind of get on the road. We started playing Woodford County football and was able to score some points in the second half and win.
So, Coach, averaging 42 points a game. You're second in 5A with that. Your quarterback, Fox Coombs. Tell us a little bit about him for those that have not got the opportunity to watch you all this year.
No, Fox is a first-year starter, man, 6'5", about 230. He's worked extremely hard in the offseason. He's been patient and worked while he waited, and so he's had a bunch of good receivers to throw to, But he's a great talent, man. He's getting the ball out quick to the people who need to get it to, and so he's had a great year, only a junior, so the best football still yet for Fox.
So as we talk about Woodford County, last week, big first-round win. Second round, always very important. Home game. What's it going to take for Woodford County to come through tonight?
No, I think execution is going to be very important. You got to execute. You got to limit turnovers. And we got to play sound in special teams. I think in most football games, you do the basic stuff, man. You give yourself a chance to win. If we don't do those things, man, we leave it up to chance. And so we know the opponent on the other side is a very good football team with great leaders and a great quarterback who touches the ball every time. So like I said, we got to play sound football, execute, and turnovers are going to be key.
You heard it right there from head coach Dennis Johnson from Woodford County here, looking to move on to the third round. Very tough opponent tonight in the Collins Titans. Joey Hamilton, Glycod Sports, signing off.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For your home and your range, Bad Boy Mowers will tame any terrain with advanced engineering and American-made steel. Home on the range. Bad Boy, mow with an attitude.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilley in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. Sometimes when you have a roof leak, you just need a repair. At HKC Roofing, we're experts at finding and fixing leaks. For a free estimate, contact us at roofyourhouse.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Tonight's broadcast is copyrighted by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, video, and audio without the express written permission of Glycod and the KHSAA are prohibited. Let's talk more about Fox Coons, Joey, and what he's meant to this Woodford County team. And statistically, there's none better in 5A in throwing the football.
He's the top quarterback in 5A. His arm strength is just, the ability to throw the ball, with the velocity and the distance that he has. His accuracy, he can put the ball any place. He puts the ball perfectly where only it's intended for his receivers to catch. He's not as mobile, but he does have a quick release, and he's able to get the ball out quickly. And he's got touch. What more can you want from a quarterback? He's got all those superlatives right there. He can manipulate and throw the ball just right over a defender right there. And he's like, that's why he's top quarterback in 5A. He's got the most yards. He's got the highest average. And they're winning. What more? And on top of that, they're winning. So what more can you say about Fox Coombs?
Darian Tomlin, over 1,000 rush yards on the ground. Omari Jointer, a very prolific receiver. This expects to be a high-scoring affair. Up next, we'll get acquainted with Jerry Lucas. He's the only head coach in Collins High School football history, and you'll hear from the coach next. It's Collins and Woodford County kickoff in 8 minutes, live on Glycod.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Sunshine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Sunshine Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Here in Kentucky of great savings at Cartown Kia.
Score 1.9% financing on select new Kia models like 2026 Kia Sportage. Or win with 0% on 2025 Kia Sorento and Sportage.
Our team is here for your team at Cartown Kia.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products.
Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Glycod Sports. Joey Hamilton here. I'm at Community Stadium in Versailles, Kentucky. Second round playoff action. I'm here with head coach Dennis Johnson of the Woodford County Yellow Jackets. Coach, you got a 7-game winning streak. Big win last week, first round. Welcome back to Glycod Sports. Second round at Community Stadium, Versailles, Kentucky. I'm here with Collins Titans head coach Jerry Lucas. Coach, you've had a 3-game winning streak since you lost to this same Woodford County team. Is it helpful or hurtful to come back and play someone again 4 weeks later?
Well, when you're coming back and playing in your district, I think it's a toss-up. I mean, they know what we do. We know what they do. We're not going to change what we do. They're not going to change what they do. We feel like they're an outstanding football team, and we think we got one as well. So it ought to be a great game tonight.
So looking at this game, you had a strong win last week against Dixie Heights. I think you used every person, the water boy, team manager, everybody was in on that victory this week. Off the emotional high, how do you gather that back down this week to get ready for Woodford?
Well, I think once you get in the playoffs, your kids are going to be fired up. They're going to be fired up every week. Everything that you do prepares you for this moment. So our kids are going to be ready. And you're right. Number one, the thing that I look at the most is that was just a great high school football game. And those things always pay off. You can talk about the fact that it extended us and we had to do this. But once you get to this point, you know what? You don't want to ever not be a part of games like that. And that was just a great game. And we're expecting one again tonight.
Yeah, I believe that was probably one of the best first-round games in the state last week. This week, you see Woodford County. What's it take for you to win this week?
Well, they're extremely talented on both sides of the ball. And especially offensively, they've got receivers all over the place to catch the football. They've got a quarterback that can get it to it. They've got as big a line as you'll ever see in high school football, and they've got good running backs. And so the bottom line for any defense, including ours, is you got to keep the ball in front of you. You got to tackle in space, and you got to make sure that they earn everything that they get.
So what about you all this week? You coming in healthy, Cade ready. Do you feel better? I would say yes, but I'm going to let you answer that. Do you feel better now that Cade, last time you played him, he only had half a week of practice. This time he's had 3 weeks of practice.
Sure, and that's a big deal. When he played Woodford the first time, he basically had 1 day of full practice for the week. And when I say for the week, for the month, he was out, So certainly he's come a long way in his progression as far as getting back. There's not many players at any level that can sit out 4 weeks and come back and play at that level, and yet he's been able to do it. And he'd be the first one to tell you the offensive line's doing a fantastic job, and the receivers and the running backs and everything. So he stepped back in with a group that he was there for the first 7 games, so or 6 games, whatever it was. So we're in a situation where yes, he had some time off, he had to come back, but he came back to his team that was intact for him when he left. So I think that's a big deal for him.
So you got it right there from Coach Jerry Lucas. He's got Cade Gooden back, second leading passer behind his enemy tonight, and that would be Fox Coons. We got the 1 and 2 passers tonight. Excellent game, folks. Glycod Sports, Joey Hamilton signing off.
Hi, folks. Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Manowar Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. New Vista. We see the good ahead. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. Suntime Pools and Spas, good people to know if you have a pool. And by Fast Signs. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School football.
Back live at Woodford County High School, just ahead of kickoff between the Collins Titans and the Woodford County Yellow Jackets. It will be Collins football to start this game. 34-point per game average for this offense.
It's just the way Coach wants it. He wants to start off fast, furious, wants to get the ball, get on top real quick, and put the onus on the defense of or the other team, should I say, the Yellow Jackets, put the onus on the defense. That's what Coach Lucas likes to do. I think every time I've watched him, and I've watched about 6 or 7 times this year, they've always received. So I think he likes that. He likes getting the ball first, and likes getting his main weapon, Cade Gooden, out there on the field.
Such two great teams. You'd be hard-pressed to find a better second-round matchup, certainly, not only in this area, but perhaps statewide. This is a very dangerous Collins team, but I know Dennis Johnson, he's aware of the challenge they pose.
Yeah, Coach, he knows that this game is probably going to be the springboard to the next level right here. You know, the winner of this game is probably going to go far in this tournament.
This is a short intermediate kick. Hardy watches it scoot between the wickets. Collins recaptures, and they'll have it at their 21-yard line.
Yeah, right there, just missed the ball right there, misplaced it. Very good job of just jumping back on it. Hardy just got the ball, so they're basically about he gained a yard just in case they didn't kick it in the end zone.
Collins' offensive line, left side is Leo Lavario, and left guard Mike Douglas. Stone Lowry, the center, right side of the line. Colin Roberts at right guard, and Wyatt Butler, the right tackle. Cade Gooden, junior quarterback, career 6,300 pass yards. A trio of backs. We'll focus on Jaden Martin. He is a utility, purposeful back, not only out of the backfield, but a receiver as well. And Collins will go empty a lot. They've got a lot of targets to choose from.
This guy has a plethora of weapons out here.
Cade Gooden in an empty set to start, and he's going to seek down for Jason Hitz to the near sideline, and it's incomplete.
Great coverage there by Chris Reed, step for step with Hitz right there, but you see the arm strength of Gooden right there. Gooden, he's elusive, he has arm strength, he has all the things needed. You know, he and Fox are going to probably the top 2 junior quarterbacks in this state.
Collins will feature Jason Hitz, who had that target, 811 receiving yards. Also, Avion Delaney, over 1,000 through the year. It's 2nd down and 10. And Gooden up as the pocket collapses, and Gooden taken down for a loss of a couple.
That's going to be number 88. That's Josiah McKee. McKee right there with a nice inside move right there as McKee does that and just makes a nice tackle right there.
So 3rd down and 11.
Big
Woodford
play right
County
here.
defense +8 on turnovers this year. That's been a feather in their cap as this group's only lost 1 game all season.
It's be a huge defensive series right here. Woodford come shove them down 3 and out right there and get the ball.
As Gooden in the shotgun. Needing 11, and he's going to zing it to the near side, and hits with a grab, and he's close to a 1st down up at the 34-yard line, and that's going to move the chains.
If you can watch that again, folks, Cade Gooden lets the ball go before Hintz even breaks out of his break, and he puts it right on the numbers right there. Show you the accuracy and the arm strength of that young man.
1st down and 10, a gain of 13. As Gooden, 1 for his first 4. Check that, 1 for his first 3 through the air.
Just a beautiful throw right there. Just hit his receiver on the numbers on the break. Awesome.
Yellow Jackets will rush 4 as Gooden dissects the play, and he'll take it for about 5 up to the 38 as we take one more look at this 3rd down reception for Collins.
Yeah, you see Gooden just drops back right there. and he lets the ball go before his receiver even comes out of the break.
Gain of 5 on the play. That'll bring up second down 5.
Gain of about 5, so second down and 5 as Gooden gets 5 through the air. As the Titans feature Jaden Martin to the left of Gooden, and he made some huge plays last week on the ground.
Yeah, you'll see Martin right there with the lead block for Cade Gooden a lot of times on these one-back sets.
And there's the first infraction of the game. Like Jason Hintz, the near side receiver, got an early beginning.
And that's one thing Coach talked about, the penalties. You know, last time they played, really the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, the penalties. You know, it's just one of those things, just shoot yourself in the foot.
So that'll cost the Titans 5 back to the initial line of scrimmage. First drive of this game. Collins 8-3, Woodford County 10-1, the winner on to round 3 next week. Gooden zings it across. It's caught by Delaney, and Delaney slung to the ground. Nice open field tackle by Jordan Holman, a gain of about 5 yards.
Yeah, Delaney's a junior. Holman's a junior. A lot of juniors out here on this field. That was a nice throw right there. You just see that your receiver went down 3, 4, 5 yards. Got enough for the first down, but yet that illegal procedure. So now it's going to be 3rd and short. Without the procedure, that's going to be past the chains right there. So big play right here for the Yellow Jackets.
Now Jaden Martin to the near side slot to his right. Jason Hintz, he'll be shadowed by corner Chris Reed as Collins stares at 3rd down and 5. Gooden, plenty of time, going to steer it to the left, and that ball is intercepted by Woodford County at the 43-yard line. It's Kingston Dumas.
Kingston Dumas right there. Nice play right there. Good hands right there. Looked like the ball was tipped, I guess, because Gooden usually doesn't throw short right there. The ball deflected, and Dumas just comes right underneath the receiver and makes a great play right there. First big opportunity, first break, first turnover by the Yellow Jackets.
That's Gooden's 3rd interception thrown this season, and Collins will suffer short change as Woodford will perch at the Titans' 43-yard line. And we talked about this Woodford County advantageous defense, now +9 on turnover margin this season.
Just a team that just creates opportunities for their defense. Just Fox Coombs all kinds of opportunities to score in offense.
Fox Coons 41 career touchdowns. There's Tomlin to the right, and he'll barrel close to a first down running around that right side. The right guard is Justin Perez. Dylan Branson, the right tackle, and they'll spring Woodford for 10.
Yeah, nice run right there. Davion Dale, number 4, making the tackle, but not till after, they're going to say 8 yards.
Oh, so 2nd down and 2 now. We got a first down. Ripping inside is Tomlin.
And there he is, the leading tackler of 5A in the state, Isaac Estrada on the tackle right there, but not until after Tomlin gets the first down.
First down and 10. There you see Fox Coons and Tomlin right behind him, and just a prolific offense. This Woodford County team, 2nd in 5A scoring at 43 a night. Out in the flat, it's caught for a few yards across the 20 down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson right there. A nice quick catch right there, quick screen right there, but Dale just comes up and makes a play right there, and got to make it 2nd and probably about 6 here, but the offense just rolling right here.
Tackle is by Dale, also by England.
Near side run, and a nice open field tackle.
Nice job. Trey England, number 29. Your defensive end right there just makes a great play right there. Trips him up. If England doesn't make that play, he's easily going for first down, maybe more right there. Nice job by Trey England.
No gain. Brings up 3rd down and 7 for the Yellow Jackets.
Big play here for the defense of Collins. 3rd and long.
Coons out in the flat. It's Tomlin, and he'll be gathered. Nice help side defense.
And that's going to be the other England right there. They're not related. That's Clay England right there. Clay England right there with a tackle. It's going to be 4th down right here. It looks like they're going for it.
Under 7 now in this opening quarter.
Big play right here. Big play. 4th down. In the red zone. Inside the 20. First big opportunity here for the defense of Collins. just say something.
Coons back to throw. Rolling to his left. Throws across his body out of the end zone, and Collins defense with a stand.
Nice stand there by the Collins defense right there. Good job, 3-man rush right there. As I say, Fox Coombs, he has mobility but doesn't run it too much right there. In a situation like that, Cade Gooden may have run it. Quarterback trusts his receivers right there, throws it too high. Next thing you know, Collins has the ball. Here we go, Jerry Lucas, another opportunity, first quarter. The interception means nothing now. They've got the ball back.
Great coverage by that Collins secondary.
And they're dropping
Amari
8.
Joyner, the intended target.
Yeah, they're dropping 8 on that. So they're telling Coons just find a receiver right there. He's going to have to try to find someone. That's a great job by that back 8 right there.
Caleb Askew in the game. And he'll be stationed to the left of Cade Gooden. As the Titans operate for the second time tonight, Gooden back to throw. Plenty of time. There's a screen to Askew. Nice grab, and boy, he is met upon receipt. That's Kingston Dumas again.
Yeah, Dumas with a nice play right there. The linebacker just comes right out there. Just racks up number 2, racks up Askew right there. Just nice play right there. Dumas showing a lot of range here early.
Askew, part of that well-balanced backfield featuring Davion Dale, also Jaden Martin, and we expect to see Javon Hunter back there as well. So a 4-headed monster for this Collins well-balanced offense, Joey.
Just a plethora of guys. What more could you want as a quarterback? You've got it all. You can throw it, you can run it, you got everything.
Coming out of the backfield, there's a little crafty pass across on a slant. Delaney close to a first down. He needed the 27, and that's going to move the chains.
Delaney, huge player right there. Delaney's just a great player right there. He had 67, he's up to about 70 catches now this year. He's got over 1,000 yards. Delaney's, he's a force, and he's a junior as well. As I say, most of these guys are all juniors out here. They have one senior, and the rest are juniors out here, so they're bringing them all back next year.
As Gooden flips to Dale. Dale looking for the edge. There's a flag as Dale take it down for a small gain.
Looks like it's going to be a hold right there on Leo Lavario. Lavario just kind of held him right there. Nice play right there. Dale tries to bounce outside, but Lavario just grabs him right in front of the official. That's an easy call.
That's going to mark it back inside the 15, first down and 20.
There's your second penalty right there.
That was one of Coach Lucas's emphasis when chatting with you. Had to play a very clean game.
Have to play a clean game. He said, other than a couple of key penalties here, they feel like they can play right with this team.
3 receivers to the near side, and Gooden back to throw across the middle, right through a darting Hulsman for an incomplete pass.
Just right out in front of Hulsman, just a little bit right there. Led him a little too far right there. Hulsman on the crossing route right there. You see the flag blowing a little bit to the left there. That may have been the cause, but just threw it out right in front of Hulsman.
Logan with a huge third down catch last week to move the chains late in that game.
Yeah, he's been his go-to guy in big third down plays throughout the season. He's been the only senior out here of these receivers, and he's been his one main cog.
Second down and long as Martin skirts in motion. Cade rolling left. There's a screen to Jaden Martin, and Martin 0 on the grab, and he'll trudge across the 20. So now you've got third down and about 16, and Collins still behind the chains.
Yeah, nice safe play right there. Nice job by the quarterback. You're not going to get it all right here, but safe play right there. You don't lose any yards. You throw it to Martin. Martin gets a little bit. Not enough what you wanted to get, but, hey, there's no incompletion. There's no interception.
2 receivers to the top of your screen. As Collins staring at third down and 16, they had an early interception, but then their defense held on a short field. And this is the Titans' response here as we near 4 minutes in this opening quarter.
A very strong effort here by the Yellow Jackets thus far in the first quarter.
You got 4 to the near side. Gooden looking for one-on-one coverage, and he's going to overshoot Hentz. Great shadow coverage. That's cornerback Chris Reed, and it's fourth down.
It looks like Reed is going wherever Hentz goes. He's on the left side, Reed's with him. He's on the right side, Reed's with him. Step for step, both times they've thrown it to him. Both times incomplete right there. And we have the man, Cage Miller, one of the top kickers in the state. And this is the guy, they really need him right here. He could change the field position for them.
Grayson Hodge back for Woodford. He is over at the 48, just away from your viewpoint.
And Elijah Wood comes down at the bottom of your screen, so just in case he kicks it away from him.
Boy, that's a gorgeous kick.
Wow.
Hodge will backpedal.
Wow.
It's going to trickle forward and be scarfed up and touched at the Woodford County 38-yard line. Be a 41-yard punt, and Woodford going to flag as well.
Very nice punt right there. High, hanging punt right there. Just didn't get the correct bounce that he wanted. A little backspin on that. Just the way Chris hits all his golf balls right there when he needs a big putt. And, Chris knows about that. I don't. Mine would roll off in the river or something over the pond. But very nice backspin right there. We'll see what this penalty is about.
I think the real question is, are we going to get another John Riggins reference tonight? Back the Wayback Machine.
Well, if we get we get the right call here, we'll call it out. But just call it the way we see it. You watch a lot of football, you know what's going on out here. You've seen guys like one of the leading tacklers of Texas Tech going on this past week. You got guys all over. You got guys in the 80s. You got guys in the 90s. You got guys in the teens. We got guys in the 2010s. We've got guys in the 20s. So, hey, football is football. It's tackle, block, make a play.
Hold on to Woodford. That'll drop them back to the 25. Darting across the 30 is Tomlin. Great vision. He'll pick up about 4 to the 32.
Yeah, football hadn't changed much. The equipment's changed a lot. Some of the precautionary measures have changed, but it's all about blocking. It's all about tackling. Execution. Your 11 versus my 11. Team sport. Get out there. You do your job. Everyone does their job. Your team is usually very successful.
Jaden Martin from his safety position on the stop. And Woodford now deliberate. This is a stretch handoff to Tomlin looking for the edge. He's got the edge and a first down as he'll scoot down the far sideline, and he's close to the 50.
He's getting a great block out there by Justin Perez. Big number 71. You see him pull out there. He just goes out there and just creates space for the running back, and Tomlin just does the rest. Great block also by his wideouts out there. But we got a face mask on Collins, so that's going to move it 15 more. So they're going to move across midfield and move it over into Collins territory.
So 3 early penalties on the Titans. This one a little more meat on the bone.
And that's 3 penalties already here in the first quarter.
The ball is going to be spotted on the Titan 40.
Collins 40-yard line. 9 scoreless minutes to start this game. Woodford operating for the second possession. Collins has had 2 turns as well. And we're going to have another hanky.
That's going to be again on Jerry Lucas' bunch right there. It's going to be an offsides.
Offsides on the defense. The 5-yard penalty. The first and 5 Yellow Jackets.
Those just hurt. Those just burned you. Just giving up a free 5 yards.
Well, this Woodford County offense, not like they need a lot of help moving the ball down the field.
No, they need no help whatsoever. I mean, the way they move it. Here we go again.
Needing 5. Tomlin racing around the corner. He's got a first down. Great block out there by one of his wideouts. Line of scrimmage now at the 22 after a gain of 13.
That's Amari Joyner. Joyner's one of the top receivers at 5A right there, but showing he's very versatile, showing he can block as well. And make it a first down. Yellow Jackets, they're right back on the ball again.
First down and 10 just outside the crux of the Collins red zone. Under 3 minutes. Same play call, it looks like. Bouncing out, Tomlin around the corner. Nice vision, and he'll be upended inside the 10, down to the 7, and Woodford stationed inside the 10. Tackle by Josh Cochran.
Strong run right there. This time, when they go left, they've got Aiden Tipton right there. Tipton pulls left and makes a great block. When they go right, it's going to be Justin Perez, and Tomlin I go left, I go right, I use my guys, I move the ball, first down, inside the 10-yard line. They're moving it with ease right here. But Coach Lucas talked about this. He said they can give that up as long as they don't let them score. The bend but don't break process.
Here's Tomlin around the edge, springing back inside. Tomlin, there's a flag as Tomlin shy of the goal line.
And great defensive play, except for he did make the tackle by Jaden Martin. Martin shot through there like just like a bat, like boom, just came through holding on Woodford here, but came through, missed the tackle. So opportunity here for the Collins Titans to push the ball back after giving it up. A nice run inside the 5, but they're going to push it all the way back. Next time Martin gets there, if he can make that tackle just like England did earlier, that's what speared on that 4th down stop last series.
Ball is on the 15, so it's first.
Nearing the 2-minute mark of this scoreless first quarter. A 15-yard Collins penalty pivotal in this drive as Woodford at the 15. Tomlin, a decoy, pass out in the flat, grabbed by Grayson Hodge, and Hodge, small gain as he'll shimmy for a few, just shy of the 13-yard line.
Not much of anything out there. Jaden Martin right there, initially on the initial tackle right there. Then Trey England comes up and buries it, takes up the rest of it right there. Great defensive coverage there by the Collins Titans right there, showing they've got speed on the outside to come out and get some of those screen plays.
Gain of 3 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and goal.
We've seen Collins have some nice pursuit on their defense.
Their defense is really fast. They're not big, but they're quick.
Stretched to the near side. Tomlin upended inside the 10, and a huge 3rd down call looming.
Estrada on the initial tackle right there. Also with number 29 right there, England. England forces him up in the air. Estrada closed the door shut right there. Nice job right there by the Collins defense right there. Now, this is a big play here. I think Fox Coombs, they're probably going to use his arm here, show what he can do here. This looks like a passing set right here.
Inside the 10, 3rd and goal. Coons guides it high left, batted away at the last moment, or was it? No, touchdown, Woodford County.
Nice touch. What a touch on the ball right there. We talked about the superlatives of what this young man can do, and he just makes a nice throw right there. Grayson Hodge on the catch. Just beautiful play right there.
It's Amari Jointer on the grab.
Is that Jointer? I'm sorry. That's a 5 instead of a 6. Got a little glare there off the window. I apologize.
Touchdown for Jointer as the Woodford County PAT unit will be Cash Wolf. 44 out of 47 on extra points this season. And Wolf's kick is up and through.
Good right there.
7-zip Woodford County over Collins. More coverage right after this live from Versailles. It's Glycon.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Amari Jointer with a touchdown as Woodford County on top of Collins very late in this opening quarter.
Joyner, he's 12th in 5A. He's got, he's played all 11 games. He had 37 catches. He had over 760 yards coming into the game. And that's going to be his 14th touchdown of the season. Not a bad year right there. 14 touchdowns as a wideout, which shows you how prolific this offense can be and how prolific he can be with Fox Coombs getting the ball to him.
Avion Delaney, Jari Hardy back to return for Collins as Cash Wolf will kick it away for Woodford.
Wolf lines up for the kick.
Will they kick it deep or will they kick it short again? Let's see what happens here.
And Wolf going to hook it little short. And Collins this time will field it cleanly. That's Hardy at the 25. And Jari wrapped up from behind as we take one more look at the Coons to Jointer touchdown.
Right there, see quarterback just drops right back, looks to his left right there. hits Joyner right there as Hardy tries to get there, but nice touch right there by the quarterback to find his receiver, and just a big-time play.
32.8 now in this first quarter, and certainly early in this game, but this is a very important drive, I think, coming up for Collins.
Huge play for Collins. Collins, they've had 2 series. They've had interception and a stop of downs, had to punt the ball right here. They've had people open. They're moving the ball, but the penalties, it's the penalties that are just kicking them in the shin.
2 receivers each side as quarterback draw this time drawn up for Gooden, and Gooden will get about 3 hard-earned yards inside up to the 32. No, they're going to mark it up to the 33, so a gain of about 5.
Yeah, that's a nice run right there. He's got Martin right there blowing it up for him, but that huge defensive line right there, and that's big number 51 right there. That's Hayden Smith and company. Those guys, some white hats over there, just getting down in it right there, kind of thick in there for Cade Gooden, and that's going to end the first quarter right there. But nice run, very nice run to end the first quarter.
2nd down and 5. When we return to Versailles, Woodford County leading Collins 7-0. Now this a message from Simpsonville Automotive, live on Glycod.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front, 24/7. Our gift to the town, it's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive. We are leaders in customer care.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Back live in Versailles, it's Woodford County High School leading Collins 7-0. Collins moving right to left, just now across the 30-yard line. What's been the big difference thus far in this game, Joey?
Turnover. The turnover's been the whole difference, right? The turnover and the hold of downs right there. Penalties as well. Let's just throw that in there too. The interception, well, it didn't mean anything right there because the Collins defense held their own, but the penalties, they're shooting themselves in the foot. You know, they gain 5 yards and they lose 5 yards. They get a face mask, which big 15-yard face mask, which move the chains for the Yellow Jacks offense, which they don't need any help right there. So that's pretty much been the difference right now, the penalties.
We will update our score ticker throughout the evening and keep you apprised of other games. Round 2 of the playoffs live on Glycod. We've got 2 other area games ongoing locally as well as Gooden in the shotgun. Now an empty formation as Gooden rolling to the right. Now backpedaling to the left. There's a receiver open and a great catch.
Oh, wow.
Brought down by Jackson McIntyre across the 45 to the 47 and a first down.
Big time play right there. Cade Gooden shows what he's all about right there. Drops back, looks like he's going to scramble, gets out of it, does his best Eli Manning in the Super Bowl, getting away there right there, then throws it to the left and hits his receiver, and he makes an outstanding catch right there, McIntyre, and it's going to be first down, Collins.
McIntyre only his 8th catch of the year. There's Delaney, his 3rd grab already in space, and Delaney scooting across the 45, another Titans first down. And Avion Delaney, very prolific, Joey, in the open field.
Just a nice quick screen right there. You have one wide, trips over there, one wide out blocking out, the other wide out blocking in. He catches it, just gets right up the middle, uses speed, gets enough for the first down. Elijah Ward on the tackle there, but not till after it's a first down. Collins, they move across midfield. They're trying to get something, a little rhythm here going. No huddle, trying to get something back here so they can get back on the board.
Jackson hits now at the bottom of your screen, just outside of your eye view with 11 minutes in the half. Back to throw Gooden, and Gooden down the middle of the field, and he's got 2 targets, and he'll overshoot them, but a flag.
Yeah, they've got to call that right there. Dale was wide open, going open, and the DB just grabbed him as he's going right down the middle of the field. That was an easy call right there. Easy, you just can't grab him like that. Dale, if he doesn't grab Dale, Dale's going to streak down, so you know, it's one of those plays. Number 12, Wyatt Peters just grabs him. I mean, you kind of say thanks, Wyatt, if you're Woodford, because if he doesn't grab him, it's going to be a touchdown. So take the 15 yards, keep it moving, but Wyatt probably did the proper thing right there by grabbing Dale.
Both of these offensive lines playing admirably here in the first 13-plus minutes in this game. Both quarterbacks with plenty of time to throw. Here's the end around in the belly of Dale, and Dale for a couple. No, that's good. And on the keeper, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, and the RPO right there. It was a great fake, though, because Dale carried out his fake, and you weren't for sure what was going to happen. But the discipline of this Yellow Jacket defense, you had two guys go there, and the guys that are supposed to go to the quarterback went to the quarterback just to make sure, and Gooden only gains 1 yard on that. It's great discipline there by the Yellow Jacket defense.
From the 27, as Gooden, pocket collapsing. And he's going to rummage across the 20, and Gooden loose inside the 10, and a big gallop of 16, and a first down.
Cade Gooden at his best right there. Not his finest, at his best right there. Drops back, man coverage. He sees it real quick, goes inside, 18 yards. Just a nice run right there. Just gives a little stiff leg right there, another little stiff leg before he's taken down. Great play by Cade Gooden. And when he flourishes like that, that's when this Titans team flourishes as well.
Collins trying to respond after an Omari Jointer touchdown reception on the preceding drive. Gooden rolling. He's going to sling it out in the flat. Gobbled up by Delaney, and Delaney inside the 5. He'll pick up about 4, down to the 4.
Nice throw right there, but you can see the speed by Delaney. Quarterback throws it out there in the flat area, and Delaney goes about 3 yards and sprints out there and catches that ball right there. Shows his speed right there. And that combination, they'll be around for another year.
It's Wyatt Peters on that stop as Collins knocking on the door. Both of these offenses have been very deliberate moving down the field.
Well, Collins did this last game. In the first half, they put these in the end zone. The second half is when they had the penalty, so they got to put this in the end zone.
There's Gooden powering in. Touchdown.
Good. Nice play right there. 5-yard run. Just runs through right there. And who makes his block? None other than Superman, number 0, Jaden Martin. He comes through and just knocks people out on that play right there. Jaden Martin, what a block. I mean, he just comes through there and just plows the road right there. Just nice run. Nice job right there by the Collins Titans.
And the PAT forthcoming for Gage Miller. And he's had a lot of success with those this season.
Gage Miller averaging about 4.5 points a game. You're talking basketball.
Miller, this a low kick.
Still made it through, yes.
Scoot through.
Looked like it did make it right there, yes.
Tied at 7. Be right back after this. It's Glycon.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Cade Gooden will scoot in for a tying touchdown with 9 minutes in this first half.
Cade Gooden just doing what he does best. If you look at that series right there, everything that Cade Gooden did, he ran it, he threw it, he scrambled, he threw it again, he ran another one, he threw it again. I mean, as Cade Gooden goes, this team goes. And you notice during the regular season, right before they played Woodford, he did not play. They lost to Laurel County. He comes back and plays a half after one practice, leads them in the first half against this Woodford County team. But I think, having just one practice, I think he needed a little more. Now he's had 3 weeks of practice, so we'll see what happens here. But we're right in the thick of things. 7-7 right here. Great game right here.
Elijah Ward back to return for Woodford County with the extra point for Gage Miller. That's 48 out of 50 on the season.
And we're going to see if Gage can get this all the way back to the end zone. He usually does. He's pretty automatic, but he's got a strong gust of wind in his face if you're looking at the flag, and see if he can get this one back to the end zone.
And Miller, no. How about this for an onside kick? Does it go 10? It's loose, and Collins I believe, gobbled it up back at the 48, but did it go 10 yards?
Well, it didn't go 10, but Woodford County touched it. The Woodford County player touched it at about 8 yards, so it has to be Collins' ball right there. If the Woodford County player touches the ball, so, hey, 8 yards, doesn't have to go 10 if they touch it. Collins got it. Collins football. Nice play right there.
And the Titans recover it.
That's a heads-up play. That brings back memories of the Super Bowl when those Saints did that against the Colts right there. And little Super Bowl action right there. And the kickoff starts the second half, and that led our man right there, Drew Brees, to his Super Bowl.
Trey England on the recovery. And Collins, got to love Jerry Lucas, rolling the dice here in Versailles. Is Cade Gooden in the gun. And Gooden rolling, facing some pressure. He'll loft it well short and incomplete. Jaden Martin was in the proximity, and it's second down.
And that was Ryan Brown, number 15. We go back to that kick. He touched that ball, but that's what Coach Lucas talked about. Gooden, when he does these rollout passes right here. So if you watch the kickoff right here, number 15 touches it 8 yards up and didn't go 10, but he touched it before. And as soon as he touches it, it's a live ball, and Collins gets it. But Coach Luke's talking about that little rollout last play. How he said, Cade, he can just, those plays aren't great for him on the rollout. He has to stop and look and throw when he drops back. If he doesn't see it, he wants him to just go with it, like right there, just gets
Jason Hintz with a grab, gain of about 5.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, let it go right there. Just 1, 2, 3, let it go. And if nothing's open, he wants him to just take off and run it. He said, it's a simple concept right there. Either they're open or they're not. They're not. Take off and run it. Big play here for both teams right here. The Yellow Jackets looking to make a big stop to try to get the ball back. And, of course, the Titans trying to make this work after that onside kick.
As Gooden going to dial up a draw short of a first down. Gobbled up at about the 47. DeMarcos Jones, the tackle, and now you've got 4th down and 3 and a Collins decision looming.
Yeah, DeMarcos Jones right there, and also big number 51, Hayden Smith. They almost played that like linebackers just spying him. They just stood there. They didn't get upfield. Even though the quarterback dropped back, they just stood there. They stood there, waited for him. As soon as he comes through right there, they just made a play right there. So it was almost like they were spying. I've never seen that before, spying defensive tackles. Don't get upfield, just wait for him to cross the line of scrimmage.
Underscore this play at the 7:30 mark of the first half. Collins going for it on 4th and 3 after scooping up the onside kick. And we're going to have a Woodford County timeout.
Timeout by Coach right there. Saw something he didn't like. Wants to make sure all his guys are in the right spot right there. This is a huge play right there.
We'll step aside, be back after this on Glycod.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Oldham County today.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
A big play at the 7:27 mark. Collins possesses the ball at the Woodford County 47. You've got 4th down and 3, and we'll see what the play call is out of the Woodford County timeout.
Well, it depends on the defense. If they're playing man defense right there, they're probably going to try to run everybody deep, and then the line is just going to push out, and Collins' quarterback, Cade Gooden, is going to scramble for it. If they play zone, you're probably going to look for number 17. You're going to look for A.B. Dale, look for him right there, and look for something in the middle.
Got a flag. I think Jason Hitz
another
left.
Penalty.
Yeah, Jason Hitz left early again. And we'll see if that does not change the complexion of the play call.
It's just mind-boggling as a wideout right there. That's just infuriating. If I had any hair, I'd pull my hair out on that because wideout, all you have to do, you line up, you look down the line of scrimmage. You're not listening for anything. You look down. When they move, you move right there. If a wideout moves right there, that's just infuriating. It's just like, come on, man. You can't do that. You've just got to just wait till the balls move right there.
Grayson Hodge back to return this punt from Gage Miller. Let's pan back, please. There we see the punter.
So Gage Miller right here, and it looks like timeout again. Is this timeout? Again?
It is. So Woodford going to call
second timeout. Yes.
2 timeouts here with.
And mark that down because, they may need one of those before the half. We may have the ball there, may need that defensive-wise, but they've used up 2 quick timeouts right there. And, that was just a huge play by the wideout, not just moving right there because you don't even give yourself an opportunity to try for 4th down. And now you're punting here, which is okay. You held the ball from Woodford County, but to waste an opportunity like that on the onside kick, Woodford will be waiting for it next time.
Well, we saw this scenario play out last week as Dixie Heights burned some timeouts, and it really affected their chances to win late in that game last week.
It did. They had an opportunity. If they could have stopped the clock 1 or 2 times, they may have gotten the ball back and then could have came down and kicked their own field goal.
So Collins appears content to punt here and perhaps flip the field with their very strong-legged punter, Gage Miller.
That's a smart move right there. You're at midfield. Put him down there. Bury him down there deep if you can.
It's a high spiraling kick. Hodge watches it bounce at the 25. It ricochets off a Woodford player and caroms out of bounds.
Fortunate. Chris Reed. Peter, or whatever your call is. I don't know what their call is. Most guys say Peter, but some guys just say, get out of the way. Go left, go right. I've heard it all. But, my call was Peter, or if a guy's running, he's looking crazy, I just say, run right, sprint right to the sidelines, get out of the way. So, very fortunate right there. Ball bounced on there, but it goes out of bounds. Opportunity there for Collins down the drain.
Darian Tomlin, the featured back, he'll get another tote a few yards inside. Now, throughout the season, we've seen Aiden Powell and Ryan Brown get plenty of work for Woodford, but tonight, looks like Tomlin going to be their guy.
Tomlin's going to be the main guy. Tomlin's going to be what is going to carry you on to the next round right there. But there's a nice stop right there, underneath right there, initially by number 64, and that's Cam Bennett. As Cam just kind of stopped him up right there. The rest of the defense made a play.
Coons out in the flat trying to tee up one of his receivers. Wonderful defense by Collins. Noah Wade involved in that stop.
Nothing over there. That's just getting rid of the wide out. He just pushed number 7, pushed Jaden Johnson out of the way. Jalen Johnson pushed him out of the way. And the host of other defenders just came over there and just gobbled him up right here. You watch it right there. Just throws it out there, and here comes the defense. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys in there. Nothing. Big play right here. Their man Tomlin's back in the game. Big 3rd down play here for both teams.
Nearing the 6-minute mark of the half. Coons rifles it right at the stick. It's caught, and it should be enough for a Woodford County 1st down. Amari Jointer on a big catch.
Yeah, Jointer right there just does a little hitch right there. The outside guy does a hitch. The inside guy does a hitch. The outside guy didn't have the yards, but Jointer did. Nice throw right there. You see the arm strength of the quarterback, 1st down.
Jackets go hurry up. There's Jointer, a decoy this time as Tomlin is upended as he'll cross the 40.
And Tomlin right there on the run, and when your safety, Josh Cochran comes in and makes plays there, safety. That's not what you really want, but he did come fill that seam. He shot that gap.
There's Tomlin again, racing around the edge, 1st down. 2nd level rush, Cochran again as the very strong Darian Tomlin fighting through tackles across the 45 to the 42.
Nice stretch play right there. Run by Tomlin right there. Cochran came up, but he kind of gave him a shoulder. And it's one of those things, if you watched the Bears and the Bengals a few weeks ago, when the tight end scored at the end, everybody's giving that shoulder. That's how the guy scored for the Bears. That's what Cochran did. Came and gave a shoulder. You got to wrap up on defense.
Inside handoff, Tomlin again. Boy, he's been a workhorse on this drive. Nice chunk picked up on 1st down.
Well, that's what you do right there. Just see those big hogs right there, as you call them. Number 77, just bulling his way through there. That's Carson Bug right there. Bug just pushing almost to the end. I hope they don't call it. I guess they're going to call that a bug for a continuation. But, hey, he went to the whistle blew right there. So, even though everyone stopped, the whistle hadn't blown, but they're still going to call personal foul on that, I guess, because they're going to say it's extra. But if the whistle doesn't blow, you're always taught to go until the whistle. But a lot of times when everyone stops, if the whistle doesn't blow and someone does something, a lot of times the referees will call that, and that's what they did. But, hey, I like his effort right there. So instead of a strong run there by Tomlin, you're going to move him back, and going to be second and forever.
Second down and 18. Back to throw Coons across the middle, and that ball is intended for Kale Reitar, I believe. Is there a flag behind that play as well?
Yeah, if you watch the replay on that, if we get an opportunity, you can watch the quarterback. He throws on his back foot. He kind of just throws off his back foot, holding against Woodford. You're going to send him back some more. But, yeah, on that play right there, the quarterback just throws off his back foot right there. Every quarterback in America throws out their back foot, the ball's going to sail right there. No matter who you are, you could be the best of the best, you could be the worst of the worst. It doesn't matter. Quarterback throws off his back foot, that ball's sailing high.
So this drive going in reverse.
Yes, it's an opportunity in favor of the Collins Titans right now. Moving back second and forever, and that's a couple penalties that Woodford's had. Usually I don't see Woodford with penalties like this.
Coons, plenty of time, needing a bunch. Nice pass out in the flat, and Woodford back to the initial line of scrimmage. That's Grayson Hodge. He'll pick up about 18 yards.
Yeah. Hodge with a nice catch, and Hardy over there just giving him all kinds of room over there. Number 6 just playing a soft coverage right there, which I guess is okay, but make it 3rd and 11. Uh-oh, fumble. Oh, wow. Are they going to stop the whistle? I mean, there was really no need for a whistle. They just snapped it.
Let's take another look at that as Woodford had 3rd down and long.
And right there, you just see gave Hardy, just gave him all kinds of room in that right there. And they're going to call, what are they calling here?
A false start on Woodford County.
Okay, very fortunate for Woodford right there, because I didn't see it, but obviously the referee saw it and the official saw it, and he's going to move back 5 more yards right there. So instead of 3rd and 11, they're going to be about 3rd and 16 here. And just as you gain all those yards, make a nice throw and catch to make it manageable. It goes back to a high-level 3rd down. Not many of these in the playbook.
This has been 3 lengthy penalties on this drive for Woodford. Coons on 3rd down and long. The pocket collapsing, and he's going to tuck it and run and slide out near the 40.
Oh, wow. Didn't have to touch him at all. Just bail. That's a bailout right there. Collins player just bailed Coombs out right there. You saw Coombs runs out of bounds, and Estrada just runs over and puts his hands on him, and oh my gosh, just put your hands on him. That's just, you just gave up a 1st down. You just gave up a big play. That would have been 4th down and about 8. Instead, Estrada puts his hands on him on the sidelines, runs him over into the barrel over there. I guess that's the oh wow, big play right there. And that's a mental. That's one of those mental mistakes. That's just a big mental mistake by Estrada, just to touch him. You don't even touch a quarterback these days. Those quarterbacks, they're sacred. He runs out of bounds. You don't even blow on him. You just let him go.
This has not been the most executed drive for either team. There is Tomlin trying to run between the tackles. Jaden Martin involved in that stop.
Yeah, Martin with a great play right there. Linebacker just comes in, makes a nice play. Fills the gap right there.
Gain of 1 on the play.
Now, Woodford County will have possession to start the second half, so a very important stretch in this game.
Yeah, that last play right there, that hurts if you're a Collins player. 4th down, but Woodford, they got a reprieve right there. Got a break right here and try to make the most of this opportunity right now. Didn't gain much in that play right there, but we'll see what they're going to bring here.
Coons, plenty of time, slings it. Incomplete.
Woo! Estrada just comes off his hands. He was reading the quarterback's eyes right there. Coons just pump fakes it, then throws it, kind of hesitated a little, and just gave Estrada just enough time to run in front of it. Just missed it. Estrada just missed that. That could have been a pick 6. Big break there for the Yellow Jackets.
And a big play here. Woodford 3rd down and long, just over 4 minutes.
And they may go to stretch here. They may go with the run. The run has been really good. That stretch play has been really good here. This could be an excellent opportunity for it.
There you go, Joey Tomlin. Ball on the outside hand, trying to get around the corner, and about a yard and a half short of a first down. That's Dale on the tackle as he's slung down at the 16.
Yeah, that's been a real positive play right there. Really positive play right there. And they've thrown it 3, 4, 5 times in a row, and you're just wondering when they come back to Tomlin. You know, as good as that play has been the whole first quarter and a little bit of the second, you know, I think they may come back with it again.
The 4th down and 1 for Woodford. Handoff up the gut, and that should net a first down.
A little trickeration there, right, by Coach DJ right there, Dennis Johnson. Quarterback comes over, looks like something's happening, looks at Coach Johnson like, hey, what's going on? They snap it right back to Tomlin. Tomlin shoots up through, gets a first down. Trickeration there by Coach Johnson. I like it. I like it. First down. Inside the red zone, inside the 10.
First down and goal. That was a left guard. It looks like Caleb Caudle. That's the injured Woodford County student athlete.
And he jogs off on his own. Looks like he'll be right back in. Put in another junior, big 67. That's Beecham Robbins. Robbins, another junior. Tons of juniors out here.
First down and goal from the Collins 9. The Isaac Estrada 15-yard penalty lengthened this drive, and Woodford trying to go up a score. There's a stretch hand. Tomlin around the corner. Inside. Touchdown, Woodford County.
Wow, nice play right there. He just runs right through the arms of Estrada right there for a 9-yard touchdown run. And just a great run there by Tomlin. Tomlin just shows, he's saying, look, y'all, here I am. I'm the 13th leading rusher in 5A football. I've got over 1,000 yards. Just give me the ball. He gave him the ball. Stretch play. Put him within 1 yard of the first down. Another play, give it to him on the trickeration. First down, give it to him on another stretch play. Touchdown. 3 great runs right there. Touchdown, Woodford County.
Cash Wolf on again. He's 45 of 48 on extra points. And the hold is down, and this one splits the uprights. Woodford County 14, Collins 7. You're watching 5A second round football action live from Versailles on Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Tomlin with the touchdown rush, and Woodford County now leads Collins 14-7.
Huge opportunity there for Woodford County to get that 15-yard penalty. And if you're Collins, you know, Coach, he's over there looking. He's like, I know you won't do it again, but we just can't make mistakes like that. Mistakes like that in games like this, you know, making a one-score game, it's just infuriating. But the senior, I'm sure it won't happen again. You know, he's a senior. He's their leader. I'm sure that's not going to happen again. That would have been a great opportunity to have them 4th down right there.
Hardy and Delaney back to return this. A short squib kick, a live football. And it's loose about the 32-yard line. It does appear Collins will hang on to it.
Yeah, Hardy just happens to be in the right place, the right time on that one. Ball hit a couple of players right there. Ball bounces back, and Hardy just kind of dives right on top of it.
Coming up at halftime, we'll update the score ticker. We will tell you Douglas leads Bryan Station 28-7 at half. And Manual, a huge favorite at Mail. That game now tied at 7 in the third quarter. Mail, a big underdog in 6A, and they're hanging stout with the favored Manual Crimsons.
You know, sometimes when a game's a laugher like that and it's a big rivalry game like that, you know, some of those kids think, oh, we'll blow them out, and next thing you know, they've got a ball game on their hands, which is what you see, 7-7.
Big drive here looming for Collins. Gooden in the pocket behind Delaney, and boy, nearly picked off. Collins very fortunate there.
You saw the quarterback drop back right there. Thought he was going to run it. Kind of double hitched right there like he's going to fake it. And then next thing you know, he throws it right behind him right there. And Dumas with he around the ball again, number 43, Dumas. Dumas has been around the ball all evening thus far.
Yeah, Dumas, an interception earlier. As Collins, second down and 10, as Gooden trying to do it himself. A couple yards inside, and now you got a monumental 3rd down and 9 coming up.
Yeah, they're waiting for that play right there. You saw that Martin went through right there. Just really didn't have anyone to block right there. Went through, but there were just too many white hats over there. There's just more than they could handle right there. It's going to make it 3rd and long here. This is a huge, big-time play here. We're under 3 minutes here before the half, and this would be a huge play here for the Yellow Jacks so they could hold right here and get the ball back.
Gooden back in the pocket, slinks it down the far sideline, looking for Dale. Some contact down that far sideline, and it's incomplete.
Dumas in the coverage right there. Dale stopped. He stopped and tried to hesitate if Dale keeps running, then turns around and tries to get it. Dumas will probably run right into him, and they'll get the penalty, but instead he stopped early. Dumas stops with him. They start chicken fighting a little bit. Tries to go up and get it, and incomplete pass right here. Big chance here for Woodford to get the ball back. Hopefully for Woodford, it won't hit any of their players again right here. I'm sure they'll be alert of that.
Gage Miller on to punt for the 3rd time. Grayson Hodge again back for Woodford. And Miller going to open up on this one, and this a high spiraling kick. Hodge calls for the fair catch at the 35. That's a punt of 33 yards, and Woodford at the 35 with 1 timeout left in this first half.
Great punt, great catch right there. 1 timeout. Maybe it won't hurt them right there. We don't know yet. Don't know if they're just going to run it out with Tomlin or if they're going to try to throw it out with Joyner and the crew right there. So the stretch play's been really good, though, for them. And when, a play's been that good for you, it's hard to get away from it right there. That stretch, it dwindled down a little bit there toward the end of the first quarter, but that stretch is really good for them. But looks like they're probably going to put this one in the air, try to see what they can get on 1st down.
And Coons, plenty of time against this 3-man rush, slings it short. Nice grab by Joyner across the middle. Joyner in space, across the 50, and finally ushered out down at the 42-yard line. That's a pickup of 23 yards and a 1st down.
Nice job right there. Joyner just kind of does an under route and just kind of hangs. They let everybody run deep. If everybody runs deep, Joyner catches it, just gets there across field and makes a nice catch. Gets slung out by Hardy, but, hey, that's what I say. You see what happens on 1st down. If you don't gain anything, then you might maybe run it out. But, hey, big play, so trying to put points on the board here. Probably going to run it, probably going to throw it again.
Woodford will have the football to start the second half as well. This is a big stretch in this game on a slant. Joyner again on the grab. Gain of about 6. Estrada from behind on the stop.
And this is where those timeouts probably would have really came in handy right here. But you throw it into Joyner.
Martin and Estrada in on the tackle. Gain of 5, bring up 2nd and 5.
Joyner gains 5 right there. Estrada and Martin, 2 of the leading tacklers, just making a play.
Tomlin again, right through the middle and a 1st down. And Tomlin loose down the far sideline. Touchdown, Jackets.
Wow. Tomlin just runs across there. Just a nice run right there. I mean, that's just, I don't think anybody touched him. That was a simple just on-air run, just kind of went up through the middle, cuts to the right there. You see him cutting to the right, going to the right, bounces outside right there, goes right down the sideline. That's a nice run by Tomlin. You see why Tomlin's a big-time recruit for somebody. Guys are looking at Tomlin, and he's being looked at all over the board there. Nice run.
The thing's starting to slip away a bit from Collins.
And I think after passing a few times, you saw the linebackers loosen up a little bit. As soon as they loosened up, Tomlin just takes it right up the middle, then bounce to the right, takes it in for a touchdown.
Jesse Duncan on the hold. Wolf's kick is true. 21-7 on Glycod.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Oldham County today.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Versailles. Woodford County with a couple of quick touchdowns. They've opened it up to a 21-7 advantage, 1:38 second quarter.
Well, you look at Collins. They came out, they threw it incomplete, tried to run it, nothing. Threw it again, incomplete right there. The short ball looks like it's the better play for them because when they try to go deep, Reed has been man for man with Hentz every time. Dumas has been with Dale. You know, they just don't have it. And then it seems like Goodness better when they drop back, send them all deep. Then he tries to run. The little quarterback draw has not been what's been good for them.
Intermediate kick, and Collins scarfs it up at the 35-yard line. So the Titans, pretty good field position and 3 timeouts as well. Jackson McIntyre on that recovery.
Yeah, McIntyre just slides right in there and makes a nice catch. He's a hands guy. He's already got a catch tonight. So he's got Coach has 3 timeouts, you know, so they got time. You know, the way the offense can move, like I said, you've got Avion Delaney. You've got Jason Hentz. You know, you've got players. You know, you've got guys that can make plays. You know, he's got players up and down the board. Just spread the ball out and make some plays here.
Gooden in the gun. And a bootleg as Gooden slings it to a cutting Delaney. Boy, they can do that in their sleep. Delaney with a great catch. Oh, it's incomplete.
Yeah, Delaney dropped that. He sit there, he had it, and he's bobbled it. I think he took his eyes off of it and just came right off his hands right there. But like you said, they could do that in their sleep. That ball was just right on the money right there. Delaney's got to make that catch right there. You got Hentz, you got Hulsman, you got Davion Dale. I mean, they've got a plethora of players.
Across the middle. This time Delaney on the grab, and he is met 2 yards short of a first down.
2 yards short. They're going to call timeout. Coach is not calling timeout. They're going to get back on the ball here, call it. And that's the short plays I'm talking about. The short plays over the middle, those are going to be open for them.
3rd down and 2. And this ball's batted down and incomplete.
Knocked down by big number 88 right there. That's Josiah McKee.
Well, now Collins, 4th down and 2.
Huge play right here. You know, and actually the quarterback had time to run on that one, but the throw was a better play. He made the better play on it. It's just big Josiah McKee right there just knocked it down.
3 receivers to the top. Titans badly need this one. As Gooden back to throw. Down the middle, he's got an open Hulsman.
Oh! Right off his tips. Right off the toes. Nice play.
Boy, the plays have been there, have they not, for the Titans, and Hulsman streaking down, but overthrown.
Just overthrown by inches right there. They've just been off by just a little bit. Wide open right there. Big time opportunity right there. Oh, just right off. Sorry about the emotion right there, but that was just right off. I was looking, that's going to be 6 right there. And Gooden just kind of overthrows this guy just by inches, this guy Hulsman. And now with 1 timeout left, 58 seconds, can Fox Coombs and the boys put another score on the board? This is a big defensive series here for the Titans.
And again, Woodford will possess the ball to start the second half. As Coons, plenty of time across the middle, caught. Grabbed by a darting Jalen Johnson down to the 25.
The superlatives earlier, the arm strength, the touch. He put that right over Estrada. Great throw. Nice play.
Coons out in the flat. That's Tomlin just easing his way down the field. No, Hodge, I beg your pardon, down for another first down.
Yeah, Hodge just did a little out route right there. Nobody might as well, like they're running on air right there. They gave him so much cushion right there as he does a little 6 and out right there, catches it, then does a smart thing, gets the first down, then gets out of bounds, stops the clock. 37 seconds, one timeout, plenty of time for this Yellow Jacket offense.
Timeout Titans.
This game was tied at 7 around the 8-minute mark of this first half. Collins
right in the thick of it.
Yes.
And let's go back to the 15-yard penalty. I think that may be the key right there. I mean, I don't know. You don't know if the Yellow Jackets are going to make the fourth down, but hey, fourth in the amount of yards they needed. Instead, you hit the quarterback out of bounds and give him 15 yards, and Yellow Jackets have done nothing but prosper after that play right there. They went down and scored, came down, held, got the ball back, scored, held. Now they've got the ball back again. So let's just go back to that right there. You don't want to, don't want to laminate, don't want to just keep talking about the same thing. But that was just a huge play right there. They would have gave the Collins Titans the ball possibly, or at least would have been a fourth down, and they'd been playing pretty good D up to that moment. So it would have been fourth and about 6. So, hey, they've been doing a good job, because it was second and forever, then it was third and forever.
Tomlin to the right of Coons. It's
now
first down.
Sorry.
First down at 10. Coons back to throw. Across the middle. Batted away. Good coverage. Inside leverage. Deflected. That's corner to Davion Dale.
Dale, great coverage right there.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Marvin Kill. Carter Tear. Nice route right there, but even better coverage right there by Dale. Dale has a couple schools looking at him. He's a senior. Great coverage by him right there. Big-time play right here.
Kale Reitar, the intended target, second down and 10 from the 14. Tomlin, 2 touchdowns already. There's a flag around the edge. Or is there? No, there's no flag. It's just a strong run inside the 15.
Great job right there by the defense. Right there. It's going to be holding.
Going against the Yellow Jackets.
That may be I don't know if that's going to be a positive there for the Collins Titans or not with this clock running. And I think, he's put out of bounds. But, yeah, them putting the ball back there. The way the Yellow Jackets been moving the ball, I don't know if they want to give them any more time there like that. Defense just needs to come up with a big play right here. They've had opportunities, come up almost with a pick 6 there by Estrada earlier.
10-yard penalty.
Dale with a nice defensive play right there. 2 plays ago. Great defensive job in the last play by the defense to kill the stretch play. And now looks like we have an official's timeout.
Yeah, the clock now resting at 20.2.
Should be 26-something. So he's at 26-something. I don't know if they're going to. 26-2.
26.2.
So there will be a 6-second add-on here. Second down and 20 as well. Woodford does possess 1 timeout left. Their kicker, Cash Wolf, has only attempted 1 field goal on the year. It was not successful. And for all intents and purposes, this drive here is incredibly important, especially for Collins as they try to get in the locker room down 14 and make some adjustments. The plays have been there. It's just been the execution at times for them.
Yes, it's been the execution. You just took the words right out of my mouth. That's what it is right there. And if they can get Wolf out here, I think, let's see what happens here.
Coons rolling. He's going to duck it short, wide open. Keel Reitar. Reitar down the sideline, and he'll step out at about the 7.
No one went with Reitar right there. You saw everyone else out there just with the man, and Reitar just standing out there by himself as if, no one wanted to be around him or something. It's almost if you're on the playground, everybody says, I don't want to play with you. I don't want to be around you. And that's how it was. He was so wide open. But and the quarterback makes the right decision, makes the right read right there, and throws it to him. He does the right thing, gets what he can get, and gets out of bounds.
Now Woodford can pick up a first down as they've got 3rd and 2 from the 7. And Collins
Timeout Titans.
Calling a timeout.
That's their second right there.
Coming up at halftime, we'll adjust the score ticker. We will have some replays of this first half as Woodford County on top by 14, trying to add a few more on before intermission.
We'll see if they go with Cash Wolf right here. Looks like I found some, maybe they didn't want to give us this, but I was doing some research. Cash Wolf looks like he's 2 for 2 down here.
Okay, you're right
It
about
looks
that.
like
Yeah,
he's
the stats. Beg your pardon. Good catch, Joey.
Looks like he's 2 for 2 here. He's 100%. I don't want to jinx him though, but he's
great catch.
He's put points up on the board when needed, when given the opportunity there, and he may get another opportunity here if the Collins can hold right here. Titans can hold right here.
Got Darian Tomlin, 2 touchdowns in this quarter. He's to the right of Fox Coons, and Tomlin again driving, dragging inside.
He's going to say he's down to 1. Referee, the near side's going to say he's down to 1. Clock's just stopped because I guess the first down.
Woodford does have a timeout left. It's Isaac Estrada on the stop.
It'll be first and goal, Yellow Jackets.
And the clock's going, or going to push tush, or like I said, you've got a timeout.
And somebody's going to use one.
It looks like
the Titans take their last timeout of the half.
They're going to prepare for that right here. Probably going to get the biggest guys they can to try to stop that tush push. Looks like Fox Coombs right there is going to be right in behind that big line right there. I look at that line, walking up next to those guys right there, and they're as big as the guys from Georgetown College. I'm serious. They've got a huge, huge line. Those guys are a really nice size.
Yeah, you got Carson Bugg listed at 290 at left tackle. And Justin Perez, right guard, he's 3 bills.
Yes,
309.
Yeah, and in today's offensive lineman, that's not big. That's kind of small. They say, guys, you're 6'5", 290, and it's like 290. Yeah, come on, dude. We need you to be like 330. So here we go.
First and goal. As Coons now empty set here. They'll check that. Tomlin behind him. And Coons up under center. Dragging.
Fumble.
Driving. That ball's loose in the end zone. And what's the call? Is that ball fumbled in the end zone? Touchdown, Woodford.
Big number 67. Who gets it? The man who we didn't think would catch one. Beecham Robbins, offensive lineman, 6'1", 250 junior, recovers that. The most least likely guy you think would have a touchdown tonight recovers that fumble. Coombs fumbled that ball coming out over the top. Wow. Beecham Robbins, get your name in the paper, son. There you go. Hey, touchdown Yellow Jackets. Beecham Robbins. He's going to go over and run over and look at Tomlin. So you're not the only one who put your name in the paper. Nice play. It's got to be a thrill of his life right there to make a recovery like that. You got to make it 27-7 right here with 3.9 seconds.
Yeah, this game really taking a downturn for the Titans. The kick is up and through, and Woodford a dominant stretch late in the first half. They've now opened it up to 28-7.
And do we go back to that? Well, I won't say it again, but it was 1 point.
Let's take another look at the fumble and the recovery for 6.
The quarterback goes over the top, loses it, and it looks like the Titans had a chance for it right there and just bobbled through their hands. And Mr. Sure Hands 67 beats him Robbins right there.
We don't have the technology to determine where that ball was fumbled, but do you feel like it crossed the plane before it was fumbled?
Yes. No. The ball did not cross the plane before it was fumbled. The ball was fumbled behind the plane, almost right there as he's trying to raise up with it. You could see he was trying to raise up with it, and it probably hit one of his linemen right there. And as it does that, it just goes over the top without the quarterback, and looked like Collins. I thought Collins had an excellent opportunity at that. 2 guys at it. But you see who came up out of the pile with that.
Wolf back for the kick.
So Woodford County will kick off one more time. Again, they're going to get the football to start the second half as Collins, their own worst enemy at times in this game. There's a short onside kick. It's recovered by the Titans at their 44-yard line, gobbled up by Logan Hulsman.
The last 3 minutes and 30 seconds have just kind of been the ball game. That's been the ball game right there. 7-7 in the last 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and all of a sudden, a blitzkrieg, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Or should I say touchdown, hold, touchdown, hold, touchdown. And, there's no time left here in the 3.9 seconds. It's probably,
one play.
Yes, and they've got everybody back. They've got 7 guys back. Probably going to rush 4. There'll be they brought pressure with 4. They put pressure on the quarterback with 4. So bring 4, drop 7.
Woodford County not going to.
Coach going to use last timeout just to.
And the Yellow Jackets called their last timeout of the half.
Just going to talk to him a little bit. Say, make sure I've been in this situation before and been on the plus end of it and been on the minus end of it. As a defense coordinator, I remember 12 seconds to go at South Oldham. People may not want to hear about this. At South, we were playing North Oldham, big rivalry there, and they throw a screen pass, and I've got 8 guys back, and 5 guys just missed the tackle, and they went in and scored right before the half, and I about lost my mind. I was going crazy. A buddy of mine is coaching at North Oldham. He said, I could hear you through the locker room going, you're so mad. I said, I just couldn't believe it. It was just unbelievable that we gave that up. 8 guys, 8 guys back and 5 guys missed the tackle. And, it was just one of those games, but we ended up winning the game. Coach gave me the game. Coach.
Okay, Gooden in the shotgun here for Collins with 3.4 left in this half. And there's a pass out to Delaney, and Delaney brought down from behind at the 42. So that's going to take us to intermission in what has been a dominant stretch for Woodford County, a 28-7 lead over Collins.
Yeah,
we'll step aside. More coverage coming up. You're watching round 2 live from Versailles on Glycod.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
You have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals. Because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future. Are you looking for a realtor to help you buy or sell your property? Then look no further than John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher. John has helped hundreds achieve their goals through buying and selling real estate. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading to a larger home, or downsizing as an empty nester, John will work with you to help you get where you want to go. For a realtor that has supported the community for over 20 years and who has creative ideas, consistent communication, and dependable results, call John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher at 502-598-8378.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Man of War Harley-Davidson, your 100% Kentucky-owned and operated Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership at 2073 Bryant Road in Lexington.
Halftime at Versailles, Woodford County leading the Collins Titans as we welcome you back. It's 28-7. Chris LeBar alongside Joey Hamilton, and certainly this game took a different turn about 4 minutes left in the first half.
Fairly even game throughout the time of the first quarter, halfway through the second quarter. Then all of a sudden, the last 3 minutes, 30 seconds, there was just a blitz of Woodford County just making plays and Collins not making plays. That's a simple thing of tackling, blocking, penalties right there, and penalties by Collins gave Woodford County an opportunity, and Woodford County took advantage of it and scored 3 touchdowns right away.
Take a look at the last of the 3 touchdowns in that stretch. Fumble recovery by the guard in the end zone. And that, in essence, really synopsizes the last few minutes of that second quarter.
That does. It just kind of tells the way the luck was going for both teams right there. Fumble opportunity there for Collins to stop the touchdown, recover it. They do not. Robbins recovers it. And next thing you know, it's a 3-touchdown game right there, down by 3 scores. And just very unfortunate there for Collins right there. But, as they try the push-tush right there, and just the quarterback just loses it. I think it hit right off the backside of his center right there and just loses it. But like you said, that's been the way the game's been going here the last 4 minutes of the half.
Darian Tomlin with a pair of touchdowns, and he's really been the most consistent force tonight for their offense.
Tomlin has been the bread and butter. The stretch play with him and having those big guards pull, having big number 71, Justin Perez pull, or having Caleb Caldhill or Aiden Tipton, have those guys pull. I think it's Caldhill and Tipton, or it's been just a number of them. I can go down the line, but when those guys pull in that stretch play, it's almost been unstoppable. And he has been the most consistent back. He's been probably the most consistent player this first half.
14-7 was the score at that point. Woodford tacked on 2 more touchdowns. Amari Jointer has a touchdown receiving, and for Collins, Cade Gooden, a touchdown rush, and that's been it for them.
Yeah, Gooden, that was a really strong drive they had right there, too, where Gooden showed his diversity, showed everything he could do, showed he could run it, showed he could throw it, showed he could scramble, showed he could get out of the pack, throw the ball, and then ended with a 5-yard touchdown run to tie it up right there in the second quarter, with 9 minutes to go, and we're like, ooh, we got a ball game right here. But like you said, the last little 3-4 minutes there of the half just kind of, and I'm not saying the deal's sealed because, this offense can come out and put up points as they showed last week. Woodford, they can, Woodford can put points up, but the way Collins scored last week, Collins can show that they can score in bundles as they did last week. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But Woodford does get the ball back this first drive.
28-7 at the half. More coverage after this pause. You're watching Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
To hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
For your home and your range, Bad Boy Mowers will tame any terrain with advanced engineering and American-made steel.
Home on the range.
Bad Boy, mow with an attitude.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville, movement that inspires, and by Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your winning career today.
Tonight's broadcast would not be possible without the great support of our corporate partners on Glycod's free-to-watch high school athletics program. Thank you to each of you, and thanks for your continued support of our free-to-watch high school athletics platform live on Glycod. 28-7 Woodford County at the half. More coverage right after this pause live tonight on Glycod.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. Sometimes when you have a roof leak, you just need a repair. At HKC Roofing, we're experts at finding and fixing leaks. For a free estimate, contact us at roofyourhouse.com.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front, 24/7. Our gift of the town, it's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive, we are leaders in customer care.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Still halftime in Woodford County. It's 28-7. Yellow Jackets seeking their 8th straight win. Let's talk about keys in terms of adjustments, Joey, for both these teams. First, for the Titans, how can they get back in the game?
Well, they need to complete some third downs. Some of the shorter passes, they've tried to run it, and early it worked, but looks like the Yellow Jackets have found something there that keys them, that lets them know when Gooden's going to run it. Gooden's got to just drop back, let them all go deep, 1 or 2 guys go underneath, and just gain some positive plays right there. They do that. Then defensively, they've got to stop the stretch play. They pretty much stopped the pass, but but now they're playing very cautious on defense, so they just need some stops, need some 3 and outs, need good and some positive plays. Get Delaney involved, get Huseman involved, get Hentz involved, and it's going to be baby steps, but they got to make stops on defense. They've got to stop the Yellow Jackets and baby steps and get back in it.
I think one of the things for Coach Lucas, more than anything else, would be to try to uplift these guys. Say, hey, we're still in this game. If we make some plays, still 24 minutes left to play.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time. They can, guys just have to wrap up. What I've seen on defense is a lot of guys hitting but not wrapping up right there. And so they've been on the ball. They've been there, but then when they get there, they do the old, I'm going to give you my shoulder, give you that. They don't wrap up, and the Yellow Jackets have taken advantage of that, especially Tomlin. Tomlin's just run through a couple guys because they've tried to come up and give him a shoulder, and Tomlin's like, you're not going to wrap me up. I'm going to take extra 5 yards. He took a touchdown on the one play. So, for the Yellow Jackets, just keep doing what you're doing, They just need to, defensive-wise, just keep stopping Cade Gooden and the guys. And on offense, keep completing short passes, but then on the big play, just making room for Tomlin right there. And they've taken Gage Miller out of the game. So
they sure have. 28-7, Woodford County football as we get set for the second half live tonight from Versailles. Be right back after this pause from Glycod.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. Sometimes when you have a roof leak, you just need a repair. At HKC Roofing, we're experts at finding and fixing leaks. For a free estimate, contact us at roofyourhouse.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
So Woodford County football as we get set for the second half. Collins 8-3 coming in. Woodford County is 10-1. Jackets undefeated in the state of Kentucky. And for all intents and purposes, I think this drive here to start the second half, of which Woodford County will have the ball, really going to dictate perhaps whether Collins can hang in this game.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge right there. On the first note you talked about just some of the wins that they've had. Woodford, just had some really dominant wins. And like I said, they're averaging 40 some odd points a game. Averaging 42 points a game, and no one's really helping defense. They're giving up 19, and really those touchdowns they're giving up late in the game are just scrap touchdowns. So giving up 19 a game, but you're absolutely right. This first drive is going to determine a lot for both teams, especially the Collins Titans. If Collins can hold them 3 and out, hey, Collins could get an interception. If Collins could get a fumble recover, anything right here. But and Collins, they've already did their onside kick, so they're going to be aware of that. They're going to be aware of that happening, and because they got that break and didn't take advantage of it. Went 3 and out after they got the ball right back. So you're absolutely right, Chris. This is going to determine a lot here. So, but I know Coach Lucas. He's been in the ball game for a while. He knows what's going on. I'm sure he's saying the right things to his players, to keep them up right there. And Coach Johnson, who's been around, Kentucky. He's been to the league. He's been on in high school. He's been on a 1A team that's been to state championships. He knows what's going on. So I'm sure he's telling his guys, look, they're going to come out and give everything this first 5 minutes. So we've got to own this. We got to own the first 5 minutes, and then just do what we do. Just do what we do. So it's going to be real interesting here. Like I said, takeaways, giveaways. Collins are +8. And then Collins at +3. Woodford at +8 right there. So there's an opportunity, right? Try to get another turnover here, possibly an onside kick, anything.
Starting a claim is easy. Just dial #law or visit forthepeople.com.
Great to be here tonight on behalf of both Collins and Woodford County. I appreciate the great support of both high school athletics administrations for their support of Glycod's free-to-watch high school athletics platform.
Yeah, and when you look at it, you look at the overall relationship or series of these teams. Collins has never won. They've lost 7 in a row here to Woodford. So, I know that some of these players have not been a part of all those things right there, but just going back to date, right? Looking at all that, Collins has lost 7 in a row to Woodford County, but this is the first playoff matchup between these teams. So, we'll see what's going on here. See if they can make a miraculous comeback here, or make it a ball game here, or anything. You'll see what happens. That's why they play the game. Slight wind to the right of Gage Miller. Will he put this in the end zone? Will he pooch it? Will he onside? What will he do?
And it's going to be a high intermediate kick. Nice potential recovery, and it's gobbled up. That's David Jones of Woodford County that brought it back in for Woodford.
Recovered by number 17, David Jones from the Yellow Jackets.
And as Jones recovers that, I'm sure Coach might tell him, say, hey, when it's pooched up like that, just stick your hand up. You can fair catch it. They can't touch you right there. A lot of times young men are not reminded of that, and they go up and catch it and get hit, fumble it. But very fortunate there for the Yellow Jackets to get that ball. They're good field position. It's going to be a huge series right here for this Titans defense.
Darian Tomlin, he's gone the distance for Woodford County in the backfield tonight.
He's been the man.
Fox Coons 1 touchdown pass, and he'll be back to throw on 1st and 10. Breaking free, nice running catch, and Woodford County going to take it in. Jalen Johnson, 64-yard touchdown.
Went for the juggler on the first play right there. 2 receivers going out. Johnson doing the deep corner. The outside guy doing a short out right there. 3 defenders run to the short out. Johnson goes to the flag route, wide open. Coach Johnson sees it, 64-yard touchdown. Coombs just adds to his 5A average and just leads 5A in passing with that. And that is going to be a big, big, big barrier for the Collins teams to try to come back from.
Cash Wolf batting 1,000 tonight on extra points. And Collins on the short end of a 35-7 score. Woodford County with 28 in succession. We'll take a timeout. More coverage from Versailles right after this.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Jalen Johnson, his 7th receiving score of the year. And Woodford, 28 straight points.
That was a beautiful design right there. Johnson just cuts up to the inside, then does a little flag pattern, and 3 DBs go with the out route, and you could see one of the defenders point right up and go, there he is, and nothing they could do about it.
Woodford County's kick going to be scarfed up at the 21, and Collins will take it across the 33 to the 35 as we dial up the 64-yard connection for a Woodford County touchdown.
Yeah, you see, goes inside, and 3 defenders go with the out route, and the defender looks back and says, hey, there he is, and just no one there, and Johnson just an easy pitch and catch. It's almost like running on the air, 7-on-7. Nice run, nice catch, nice throw, all the above. They've been really effective on that kickoff, too.
The must score for Collins. They'll try to get Jaden Martin involved, and Martin on a run. He's going to rip one off down inside the 50 to the Woodford County 47. That's going to be a sprint of 20 yards.
Nice job there by Martin there in a little counter tray action right there. Martin looks like he hurt his arm on that or something. Martin steps out and Day steps in. Dale, sorry.
Kingston Dumas having a great game tonight on defense, an interception and several tackles.
Dumas is everywhere. We'll counter tray again.
There's Dale around the edge, and Dale sprinting down the sideline, and he's going to rip another one off inside the 20 down to the 17.
Counter tray action twice right there. Coach saw something at halftime, and so they come back here, same play, back-to-back, different backs. Doesn't matter who the back was. Positive games on both plays right there, and they're inside the red zone.
So back-to-back rushes, as Joey mentioned, and Collins have it first down at 10 from the Woodford County 18-yard line. Woodford County scores on a one-play 64-yard drive to start the half. Collins trying to respond. And Dennis Johnson out on the field for a Woodford County timeout.
The coach didn't like what he saw right there. 2 plays back-to-back. Saw something there, going to call timeout, going to try to put his guys in the right position right there. You look over there, I'm hoping that he's okay. Martin over there on the bench, sitting down right now. I'm hoping that he's all right the way he came off the field. He looks like he's all right. A couple guys talking to him. He may hopefully be right back in the game.
Well, you mentioned the Collins offense, and that they certainly have it in them. 52 points on the board last week. It's, in essence, really just trying to get out of their own way tonight at times.
Yes, you play a couple teams right there in the end of the season, and you kind of get used to just going deep and throwing the ball and doing some things, and then you kind of get away from what you need to get into when you play some of the tougher games. And the short pass is what's been good for them, and the run game with the back, so we'll see what they come up with here.
First down and 10 from the 17. Bootleg, good and rolling, slings it towards the end zone, and a great catch.
Hughesman.
Down inside the 2-yard line.
Hughesman, his main man. Hughesman makes it just a great big-time catch. Fake the bootleg, fake it, come back around right. Catch Hughesman right over the middle. Nice big-time catch right there. So first and goal.
Logan Huelsman on the catch, and it's first down and goal, Collins.
And Martin's back in, so he's okay. Glad to see that.
And Gooden going to dial up another rush around the edge, and Collins will get 6 back.
Just what they needed. That's just what they needed right there. Come right back down and score. Now they need to actually shore up that defense and not have 2 guys or 3 guys run to the same receiver. They can do that this next series and make a stop and come back with another drive like that. They've got options.
Gage Miller, 49 of 51 on the season. Hold is down, and that kick is up and through. So both teams score a touchdown in the first 1.5 minutes of the half. It's 35-14 Woodford. We'll step aside. More coverage coming up in just a moment.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. Sometimes when you have a roof leak, you just need a repair. At HKC Roofing, we're experts at finding and fixing leaks. For a free estimate, contact us at roofyourhouse.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
And we are back live at Woodford County. It's 35-14. We will tell you Male has taken the lead over Manual 15-14 with 32 seconds left. The Bulldogs just scored a touchdown and then went for 2.
The old rivalry right there. That's the oldest high school football game in the country, in the nation, y'all. And that's the old rivalry. And Manual won it big early. And when you have a rivalry game like that, like I said, sometimes players think, oh, we beat them so bad, we own them, and come back, and guys come back with a little fire. And I'm sure some of those Male alumni were in there throwing chairs at people in the alumni room, letting them know, hey, you don't come back with that burl, we're going to throw dog biscuits at you.
How can you not love high school football and the playoffs just amplify that. And this game is far from over here with an eternity left and another onside kick opportunity, and Woodford County gobbles this one up at the Collins 48-yard line.
And Cade Gilliam right there just reached up and snatched it out of the air right there, which is not what happened the first time. The first time hit a different player, kind of bumped him, but this time Cade Gilliam gets it right there. So they have great field position, but your defense can still make a play here. If your defense can still stop them here, if you can still stop them, you can stop Tomlin. Stop Tomlin on the stretch play. They're going to go with the stretch play right here. They're going to just kind of run it out, see what they get first play. They're going to run it out, see what they're going to do here.
There's the stretch. Tomlin darts it back inside. He'll pinball for a couple up to the 45-yard line. What's made that play so successful tonight?
It's those guards pulling. You have a guard pulling out there, and you have a three-man front. So those linebackers you got 4 linebackers back there, but they have a long way to go, and that's giving those linemen an opportunity. When you have 3 linemen and 3 defensive linemen and 5 offensive linemen, you can easily, as an offensive lineman, get out. When you don't have anybody in front, you can get out and position yourself and get to where you need to get to right there. If you're an offensive lineman, you have to get through someone, it makes it a little more difficult. Right now, it's just very easy for them to get to the second level and block.
Tomlin again. Boy, he's been a workhorse tonight. And now you got third down and about 3. Nice tackle there. Estrada and Martin collaborating.
Yes, Martin, Estrada, leading tacklers there. Estrada, obviously the leading tackler in 5A right there. And then you got Clay England. He's been in there as well. He's top 15 tackler in 5A. So, those guys are in there just plugging away. Now they just have to make a nice, solid defensive play right here, hold them. But you know that Yellow Jackets are probably going to go for it on 4th down. This is four down territory for them right here.
9 minutes in this third as Collins trying to dial up a defensive stand to slowly mount a comeback in this game. There's Tomlin. There's an easy first down. Slim pickings on that defensive side, but tackled by Davion Dale.
Nice play right there. You got all your linemen bunched in there. Then you have 2 wings or two tight ends just backed up as a wing right there. And all you do is you seal everybody down. They just sealed everyone down. The little wing back kicks out, and there's nobody out there for Tomlin to even make a move on until he sees Dale right there.
Ryan Brown is in for Woodford County at the running back position. Pass out in the flat. Is that Hodge? It is, and Hodge slippery as he'll pick up about 7 across the 30. Joel Watson Rhodes on that stop.
Yeah, nice play right there. You've got a little unbalanced set right there where you've got a center, and then you've got a guard, a tackle, and a tackle right there. So you're showing that you're coming that way. Fake it that way. Little bootleg action or play action if you want to say, and then after they fake it there, then they come back out to the wide out right here. So Tomlin is out right now, and you've got Ryan Brown in there at tailback.
Brown, an inside rush. And Brown, a very efficient runner as well, over a couple hundred rush yards. Aiden Powell has also been prolific throughout this year.
Yeah, Powell and Brown, they've done great out there. And here comes Tomlin back in for Brown right here. So Brown running a very nice run right there. Gets some positive yards right there. Does a good job. Handles the ball. Doesn't fumble. Does everything he's supposed to do. Bring the main cog back in. Tomlin right here. Looks like another stretch play.
Just over 7 minutes. High snap. Tomlin protecting and powering his way as he'll lower the shoulder. First down, just shy of the 15.
Caleb Coghill, number 64, pulling on that, just plowing the road for him. Coghill just gets in the way just enough to just make a seam for the back, and the back does the rest. Does what a good back does and just gets through there. First down right there if you watch it right here.
On the 16 for another first down, Yellow Jackets.
Bootleg, Ducoons, he's going to duck it short. Hodge in space. He'll make one defender miss, make a second miss. Reversing course. touchdown, Woodford County.
Wow. That's what you call the jitterbug right there. Hate to see that man on the dance floor. I bet he'd be winning some contests right there. Grayson Hodge right there. He shook left. He shook right. He shook 16 yards. Give him the trophy for the jitterbug and the contest at the homecoming dance because he shook his socks off. Watch the move on this. That's a nice play right there. And really great bootleg action there by the quarterback. Quarterback fakes it to Tom right there, comes back, bootlegs it, makes a nice throw right there. Looks like we got a personal foul on Collins right there. Frustration starting to mint in a little bit right there. But that was just a really, really, really nice play.
Foul going against the Titans. The penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Big upset tonight in 6A Manual, a winner 15-14, Male a winner 15-14 over Manual. And the extra point is good. Woodford County matching Collins' latest score. It's 42-14. Live tonight on Glycon.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Grayson Hodge, his 7th receiving score of the year. Fox Coons now 3 touchdowns tonight through the air, 2 in this second half.
Yeah, I mean, his second half is a lot of people's games. You know, he's come in and thrown a long one for 64. Now he's thrown another one for 16 here, and then this 15-yard penalty is going to put the ball on the opposite side of the 50. So I don't know if you kick this to the end zone or if you kind of squib kick it, but you know, you're kind of in control to do whatever you want to do here. You're up 42-14. He's going to
pound it into the end zone for a touchback. So Collins trailing by 4 scores, still 18-plus minutes in this game.
And there's a great offensive drive there by Collins right there. The defense just needed to come up with a play right there, and they just couldn't because this mammoth-sized line here by the Yellow Jackets, they're just kind of controlling and dictating what's going on here when they run the ball with Tomlin right there. You know, they're just pushing them right out of the way, and there's not much there in the way of Tomlin having somebody to run over or run through. He just gets about 6-7 yards for anyone touches him.
We'll see what the Titans can draw up here. They'll have a pair of backs sandwiching quarterback Cade Gooden. And Gooden fakes leaking out of the backfield is Delaney. He'll run under the pass, and Delaney scoots up for a first down. Crafty pass, gain of 11.
Yeah, a little cross-trap pass there, basically a flood. Back coming out of the backfield, you fake it to him. He goes out and floods. The other back kind of fakes it to him, and he stays there and blocks. Delaney's wide open. Confused the linebackers there, and Delaney's wide open. Cade Gooden throws it to him and move the chains here. Another positive play there for the Titans. They need a lot more of those, though.
First down and 10. And Gooden going to arc it down the far sideline.
Great catch. Great catch. Big-time play.
It was. Across the 40 down to the 38. That's Jason Hintz.
That's a great coverage there by Chris Reed, but Hintz on the out and up right there. And Gooden puts it only where his guy can catch it. And Hintz turns around and catches it right there and looks like, oh, wow. You got number 17. You got Avion Delaney who's down. I don't know what happened there. Missed it, but he's down. That's he's one of your key weapons right there. Let's hope he's all right.
So Delaney being treated back at the 43. Let's see if we can get a quick look at that student-athlete. Joe, up top. If we could move the camera back and down, please. Thank you. And, again, we did not get the replay of that, but a great catch by Hintz.
Oh, my gosh. Hintz, he just did went 5 yards out. Of course, Reed, who's been guarding him everywhere he goes tonight, it was on him. Every place Hentz has went. And when he got that popcorn early, he was over there with him too. But he did a little out and up. He's right there next to him, neck and neck. But the quarterback, Cade Gooden, shows what he's about. Puts the ball on the back shoulder, only where his guy can get it. Hentz reaches back, grabs it, makes a great catch. And Reed makes the tackle right there after Hentz makes a great catch. It's first down, but that's just big-time play right there. That just shows what he's about. Looks like hopefully it's just a cramp right there for Delaney coming out. But, yeah, that shows a lot of what this quarterback has when he puts the ball right there on the money like that. Like I said, folks, we're probably watching two of the top quarterbacks, two of the top prospects, two of the top 5 at least in the state of Kentucky, playing here tonight the way they're throwing the ball, putting the ball.
And this shapes up to really become a rivalry as these guys only juniors, as you mentioned.
Yes, juniors, and they're going to play at least probably 2 more times again in next year.
Just over 6 minutes in this third quarter. Gooden in the shotgun. Down the middle of the field, far sideline, and
they've got to call that flag. I can't believe
behind Hentz.
Oh, wow. Hentz runs right down the field, runs right past him, and Reed runs out and grabs him and pulls him back, stops his momentum right there. If he doesn't stop his momentum, he's going to catch a touchdown pass, and they didn't call the flag. They didn't call anything. So if there's no flag, I guess it didn't happen. So but he just ran right by him right there. He pulled his hand out and just grabbed him right there, and the referee didn't say anything. So, but that was a touchdown-saving grab right there.
And Gooden going to feed Dale. Dale darting across the 35. He'll get about 5 yards on second down and 10.
Yeah, nice job by Dale there. I can hear one of my linemen screaming at me on a play like that where Dale does it on the counter-trick flag there, a little extracurricular activity. Looks like they're going to throw, I don't know who they're going to put that on. It's a personal foul on one or two teams there. I don't know which one. Probably going to be on the Yellow Jackets. But Dale on that counter-trade, his big guard pulls, and Dale cuts inside and gets a nice 5-yard gain. But the big guard had him sealed. If he bounces outside, he's probably going to score or at least go for about 15 to 20 more yards. So unsportsmanlike against the Yellow Jackets there. So
that's not what Dennis Johnson is wanting, to give this Collins offense a free 15 yards.
No, not at all. Not right now. I know it looks, or may seem if things are in hand, but, things are never really out of hand in these games right here. You have to be up by at least 5 scores to really believe they're out of hand. 3 scores is nothing. That's a touchdown. Kick the ball off, they fumble. You score 2 touchdowns, 14, and then they say you're within a score. So, as long as they can keep moving the ball, they've got to make some defensive stops, but they got to put the ball in the end zone here first.
First down and 10. Collins. Now we have a whistle before the play can develop. Conversation between tonight's referee, Jordan Atkins, and the head linesman, Steve Cooper.
And I've not had to call Justin Rudd's name very often here tonight for any delay of games. I usually look at that back judge, and I haven't had. He and I, we've been good all night. I usually had his hand up, call him delay a game. Hadn't had to call it all night.
There's a Davion Dale stationed to the left of Cade Gooden. Gooden in the shotgun, slings to the boundary, back shoulder throw, batted away and incomplete. That's cornerback Elijah Ward on the breakup.
Tight coverage right there. Tight coverage. Hence wants him to throw it up on that right there. When you have a smaller guy like that, Elijah Ward, on you, he's saying throw it up. Hence is 6'2", Ward 5'9". He's saying throw it up there. Maybe go out rebound him. Just throw it up. Let me go get it. Let me moss him or something. That doesn't give him the opportunity there. Throws a flat and line drive and incomplete pass.
Second down and 10. Avion Delaney back out there. Boy, that's great to see. You see him there. Number 17 with that looks like a red sweatshirt sticking out. That number 17 as Gooden back to throw. He's going to look to Delaney. And there's a flag. Is Ward likely going to be called?
Yeah, that wasn't much of a flag that time, but I think that was more from the previous play when Elijah Ward was running his mouth and Hentz just kind of looks over there, and Hentz kind of just walked away. You can see Hentz was frustrated, but he walked away. And you can see, you could tell Ward's just still running his mouth. So that time he probably had something to say. That ball wasn't even catchable. That was not catchable at all. But hey, the referee probably threw that just from the previous play right there. So, are you guys out there thinking you're getting the last word or talking to him out there? The referee's hearing everything you're saying. So first down, Collins here.
First down and goal. Already 3 touchdowns combined scored in this quarter. Gooden on a slant. It's caught. Delaney slung out inside the 3 down to the 2. That's safety Wyatt Peters saving a touchdown.
Yeah, Delaney on what we call a little AV route right there. He goes up inside like an A, but then comes back out and looks like the letter V.
Delaney,
so going across the little end and right back out. Wide open. Peters throws him out of bounds there. Stops the clock for him. 2nd and goal here.
Mark this at about the 2.
Yeah, play like that for Delaney is almost unstoppable. You can really call it a choice route. He could go inside or out right there. There's hardly anyone could ever guard him on that, really, one-on-one.
And Gooden back to throw. Goes to his second read. Delaney.
Oh, nice catch.
Wide open.
No. Oh,
That's
my gosh.
Hintz
went over. Yes, go ahead.
Hintz with a score. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, Hintz makes a nice play right there. Tips it, catches it, but then he steps over there. Oh, my gosh. Don't step over and do that. Unsportsmanlike. Good touchdown, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. I know the frustrations are up. Come on, young man. You're better than that. You don't have to do that. It's going to be a touchdown.
And then enforced on the kickoff.
Yes. Unfortunate. That's just unfortunate. It's one of those things that can just kind of fire me up when guys have to do that. You know, it's just unnecessary. You don't have to do that. And you're losing. You're down 3 touchdowns. You know, even if you're up 3 touchdowns, it's not good. But I can understand. You know, I can understand, but still, you can't do it.
And Gage Miller on for the extra point. And a 42-21 lead will keep things here as hits his 8th receiving score of the season, and Gooden his first passing touchdown through the air tonight.
Yeah, that's one of those things that usually Gooden's got about 3 or 4 in the air right there. He stayed with this man, kept going to Hintz, and you can see the battle between the 2 young men over there. They're talking. And, you know, when you catch the ball, you don't have to say anything. You caught the ball, you scored a touchdown. But you saying that costs your team 15 yards. That's going to cost you field position and things like that. And it's just unnecessary right there. Just unnecessary. But I'm sure Coach will talk to him about that and tell him, you know, great, you catch the ball, but, hey, what do we need this 15 yards? What do we need this to get back in the game? You know, just not a time for that. Not a time for that.
Boy, so much time left in this game. 4 touchdowns in the first 7 minutes or so of this third quarter.
Yes, this third quarter, you know, it's like I said, thus far, you know, what Cade Gooden and what Fox Coombs have done, it's like a full ball game for some teams. You know, what they've done so far, you know, throwing touchdown passes and making plays like this. But, yeah, this right here, it hurts. It hurts the Collins Titans having to go all the way back to the 25-yard line, kick this ball. You know, as strong a leg as Gage Miller has, he could kick it all the way back. He could probably go back to the 10, and it's just, you know, but it'd take them forever to get down there. They're probably going to pooch kick this. I don't know if they're going to onside it. We're going to see what they're going to do here.
And Miller this time, a shorter angled kick to the right. Woodford, outstanding field position as they're going to bring it around the edge. And that's Hodge again. Boy, he's slippery, and he'll lunge across the 40-yard line.
Very elusive Hodge right there. Very deceptive speed right there. It didn't look like he was running that hard. But as he's going, he's pulling away from players. So he's got very deceptive speed right there. Pulling away, and there's flags on the play. Looks like it's going to be on Woodford right there. So we're going to bring it on back.
Blindside block going against the Yellow Jackets.
And that's one of those new rules they've implemented the last few years there where guys used to lick their chops and get a good block on a guy, but now if that player is not looking, you cannot touch them. You might as well just throw your hands up in the air and let him knock you down almost. You know, you can't get that. There was a time when guys would just lick their chops to get that blindside block right there, and now it's a part of the safety rules that safety conditions that the game has changed now. And for the betterment, because, you know, there were slobber knockers, as they say, but, you know, that just doesn't bode well for guys who just get knocked out because they're not paying attention.
First down and 10. That's a big penalty. About a 40-yard deduction in yardage that time for Woodforders, who will now be perched at their 31-yard line.
Yeah, spot foul right there. Call it from the spot, 15 yards back. Let's see what happens here.
Darian Tomlin is the back here, and Hodge instead will have it in. Grayson Hodge upended across the 35 to the 37 in a crafty run before Joel Watson-Rhodes will tackle him.
A nice play there by both right there. The back, like I said, his speed is elusive right there. He's just running along. Next thing you know, you're thinking, what, he gained 2, 3, and they say gain of 7. You're like, wow, how'd he got 7 right there? Then a nice job there, kind of high step before he put that shoulder down. Put that shoulder down as a good back does. And then, of course, number 14 right there. That's Joel Watson-Rhodes, makes a nice shoulder tackle right there. Puts his shoulder in, tries to wrap up.
Second down and 3 with 4:20 in this third quarter. Short side run, it's Tomlin. And about a yard short of a first down. Good defense that time by Collins.
Yeah, Javion Hunter right there comes up, reaches out right there, and just kind of holds him off right there. But I think they got the first down anyway.
Okay, so forward progress. So it will be a first down.
Yeah, you got to run through him on there in that defensive play right there. You kind of came up with arms out like that, but just run through him, put your shoulder down right there, and a good back. You know, that's the only way you're going to stop a good back like that from getting a first down. Put your arms out like that. He's going to pull you through, get a first down, and just what he did.
At the 41 with 3:45 in this third quarter. Tomlin again, short side run, protecting the ball. Lasso down at the 45-yard line, and every time Woodford gets first down, they're getting at least 4 yards on the ground.
If we could see the replay on there, you can see how Carson Bugg just goes up on number 29, England, and just, you know, Trey just doesn't have a chance. You look at 77, you look at Trey, you know, he just doesn't have a chance, and he's just on top of Trey and just helps him back up and gets up again.
Over 3 minutes. Tomlin needing 6. He'll pinball off to the near side. First down, and he's got some speed as he soars down, and there's an easy touchdown, the third for Tomlin.
Wow. Tomlin right there just, and you can see that the defense is just very dejected right there. A couple players had an opportunity right there to make a play and just didn't, you know, and you know, as I said, those big offensive linemen just leaning on you, just, you know, you got 315, 270, 245, 309, 265, 290. You know, you got that leaning on you all game, and you're Trey Edlin right there. You know, you're Trey Edlin. You're 5'11", 145, and a guy like that leaning on you all game, it's going to take its toll, and it's taking its toll on them here.
And Wolf.
Hardy with a nice job in there. Hardy coming in from the outside. Nice job right there. Hardy coming in, block on the outside. But that toll is just taking it's taking a turn and just wore out that defensive line. Just wore them out. You can just see it right there.
Take a look at the block by Hardy.
Hardy comes in from the outside right there. Just makes a nice block. But, you know, you kind of feel for those defensive linemen, but there's nothing they can do. That big offensive line just coming and coming and coming. And that's the thing with 5A and 6A football as compared to 1, 2, and 3A football. If you notice in 5A and 6A, most of the guys are going one way. You know, in 1, 2, and 3A with the smaller schools, you have some of these kids that have to go both ways. And, you know, here, you know, the teams that usually have to play the guys both ways or smaller stature like that, usually I won't say they don't win, but they don't prosper in the later rounds because those kids are just so big and they go in one way and they get to rest. And you got a smaller player like that, like Sherry England, 145 going against 290, just tough for him.
Hardy and Delaney back as Collins will have it at their 23.
Estrada with the return there. Last week Estrada had about 4 returns. This is first one return this week. And like I said, they obviously see something there where they don't want to kick it back deep. And that pooch kick has been very effective. Not much yards gained, and they've started between the 20 and 30, maybe the 20 and 35-yard line each time. So another good drive, though, here would be pleasant for them to put points up on the board. And they've got the potential to do that.
2:53 in this third quarter. That's elapsed about 60 minutes of a normal time as Gooden back to throw. Guns it right at the boundary, and it's deflected by a closing corner. That's Chris Reed, intended for Jason Hintz.
Yeah, they've taken Reed, putting Reed back out there, and taking Ward off of Hintz right there. So they've just switched him to the other side. Looks like he got a cramp here.
Yeah, we're going to step aside. A Woodford County student athlete being aided at 2:48 in the third. You're watching round 2 of the 5A playoffs live on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Oldham County today.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Wyatt Peters, the cramping Woodford County student athlete, as the Yellow Jackets defense back out there, second down and 10.
Yeah, Peters, 11th grade junior, just a ton of juniors. Both these teams are going to have plenty of kids coming back next year. They're just going to be just as good, with those quarterbacks and all these juniors coming back. They're going to be just as dynamic. Top 2 team, probably both top 10 in the state again.
You got Scott County involved as well. Just a very difficult district. Gooden swung to the right, and he's going to pitch it incomplete as Cade is out of the pocket.
Nice job there by Cade. Does what a good quarterback does. You get out of it, get out of the swamp, get out of the muck. There, you roll out and just throw it away so you can come back again. Don't want to make it third and forever. Still want to keep it 3rd and 10. That's a good job by the quarterback there.
He has played his heart out tonight as Gooden trying to bring Collins back. It's a tall order against this vaunted Woodford County team. Screen pass set up, Delaney on the run. Delaney with the catch down the chute, and there goes Delaney in a foot race to the near sideline as he'll spin back and down at the 27-yard line.
And it looks like we're going to have a personal foul against Chris Reed right there. And you could tell by the way that the linemen move right there. They're very alert on what's going to happen there. They just couldn't get back fast enough as Delaney comes underneath and catches that. And Chris Reed, he and the Hintz are going at it, and Reed is just on top of him. So they're going to call. I don't know if they're going to call it on both of them, or they're calling on the second one. So there's going to be a spot foul, or And I don't see how you call that on the Titans.
And back they march. That's going to negate a 49-yard reception. It's going to be at the 42-yard line.
It looked like both of those kids were swinging at each other at that time. So it looks like you call offsetting on that, but that's just unfortunate. You call it on one guy.
1st and 10. The 42. Biggest play of the night through the air.
Yes, it
was. All for naught. Delaney this time to the near side.
Fumble. Oh, nice play right there. Great play.
Woodford County out with it. It's Cade Gillum.
Wow, Cade Gillum just strips that from Delaney as Delaney's spinning. Delaney makes a great first move, Gets in there, doesn't protect the ball, and Gillum just rips it out. Watch this play right here. Nice job here. Catches it, gets upfield, and Gillum just rips it out as a spin move and just takes it from him. And that's what you taught to do. Now these guys on defense, they're punching the ball out. They're ripping the ball out at every opportunity. And like you said, after the big 48, 49-yard play right there, then you come back, have another positive play, but then you don't protect the ball, and Fox Coombs and Tomlin are back on the field again.
Yeah, this game in danger of becoming a running clock. It was tied at 7, about 5 minutes left in the first half. Then Woodford with 3 straight touchdowns.
Tomlin, the ball carrier,
and now they're in danger of blitzing Collins in a shortened affair.
Yeah, that's a nice play right there by Estrada and England. You got a couple other players in there. You got Stone Lowry in there. Just nice job right there. Nice job by those guys right there, just making a nice defensive play.
You got 125 now in this third quarter. It was 28-7 Woodford County at half. And Fox Coons putting on an aerial show in this third quarter.
Coons just showing the strength of his arm right there. Nice throw right there, just throws it away. Good job by the quarterback. Like you said, both these quarterbacks, very high IQ, just very high IQ. And it looks like Coombs is going to come out for a play.
Jace Carroll, the backup, going to replace Coons. And Carroll, 5'10" sophomore.
He's injured on the last play.
As Coons off the field momentarily.
Is Jace Carroll.
Just got a hit there. Probably got a little stinger right there. Just needs to come out for a play for a minute here. Just kind of take a little pain out, especially out here in this little cool air. Helmet hit that shin, and you're just out for a play or two.
And Carroll, great resource to have Tomlin as a security blanket, and Tomlin out for about a half-yard loss right at the 50. Isaac Estrada again on the tackle.
Yeah, Estrada with a nice play right there. You had Askew and a few others in there. Quick pressure right there, but once you make that pressure, you got to wrap up.
Loss of 1.
So
on the last play, that'll bring up 4th and 11.
Nice job there with the pressure, just making it 4th down. It looks like we're going to see a punt here by the Yellow Jackets.
Josiah McKee. That might be the first introduction of the punter tonight for Woodford County.
I believe it is. That's the first time we've seen Josiah get back there and kick.
He's a 6'5", 245-pound junior. He's also a defensive end for Woodford.
Yeah, he's been on several plays tonight here.
And Collins trying to set up a return. Jari Hardy is back.
Left footer.
And McKee pounds it into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, McKee with left footer right there, just gets it, booms it. It's like old school John Daly, grip it, rip it. He just catches it and kicks it, just kind of catches it that's flying there, just hits it at a spot and goes boom. Right there, that was a booming punt right there.
Well, for a guy that doesn't get to punt much, he said, heck with the finesse. We're not going to punch them back inside the 20.
That's
right. I'm going to unleash.
He said, I do not. He said, I do not need to try to put him inside the 20. I'm just going to boom it.
Be a 50-yard punt, net punt of 30 with 54.7 remaining. Third quarter.
Spotted on the 20. First and 10 Titans.
Jay Gooden coming out with his arsenal of players out here. You got Hentz, got Martin, got Dale. Looks like you got Delaney, McIntyre, Hulsman.
I think they've all had a catch tonight. There's Hentz out in the flat, and Hentz putting on a move as he'll be slung down just shy of the 40, gain of close to 20 yards.
A nice job there. Good tackle there by number 36. It's going to be Elias Tackett.
The initial hit, ball is spotted at the 40. It's a first down Titans.
The junior linebacker. A nice play right there. A really good design right there on a little quick screen right there. You got two guys on one, so you might as well take advantage of it when you got 2 on 1. Got a blocker there, got a guy that can catch it. First down.
Gooden in the gun. Facing heavy pressure, and he's going to sling it incomplete. You had Martin in the vicinity out there.
Yeah, Martin and McIntyre out there as well. And just good job. It's a better job right there is by those linemen not going downfield right there, because that looked like that was supposed to be a bubble screen right there. But Yellow Jackets, their defensive line coach, he's done such a good job. Those guys, they sensed it. They let him in so early, and they backed up. And then as they back up, the two defensive ends went after the quarterback, and there was just to no avail. Play was just done. Good job by the quarterback throwing it away.
Near side, Fox Coons, by the way, up and moving, appears to be okay.
Yes.
So we hopefully see him again here at Woodford County's next possession.
Yeah, Fox, you're at a point to where do you really want to play him, though?
Gooden back to throw, rifles it right at Henson. Another flag, and Elijah Ward again called for either a hold or pass interference.
It's got to be, he was holding, but then when the ball's in the air, it's got to be pass interference. So pick your poison. But either way, it's going to be a penalty on Ward. As Hentz tries to stop, they try to do like a back shoulder, and Hentz just you see it right there, just hold on to him. Just hold on to him. I mean, you can't, there's nothing to – Ward reminds me of the guys I watch in the NBA when the guy fouls him. Everybody looks like, who, me? Foul after you smacked his arm. He's shooting at three, and the guy turns around like, did I foul him? It's like, yeah, Ward, you're holding on to him as the ball's there. I mean, it's a 15-yard penalty.
48-21 the count. It was 28-7 at half.
Yeah, score last time would have been huge for this team. They could have not turned it over and then be going back in again, so we'll see what they got here.
Martin will leak out of the backfield. Gooden ducks it across. Delaney on the cross, the catch. And he'll evade the heavy blow, and it looks like it's some friendly fire there as Tomlin pounding his commissary Wyatt Peters, and we've got an injured Jacket.
Yeah, kind of went in there right there as he goes down right there. Reminds me of a play a lot of times when quarterbacks slide and guys just come right over and just hit their own defensive player right there. He comes across, you see him just come shoot right across there and just kind of, just friendly fire there. But Delaney, I guess to his IQ there, he says, I don't want none of that, and he goes straight down. Yeah, that's a decision, but I think Peters will be okay there. Peters probably just got a little stinger there. Not expecting to take that kind of hit. Being a defender, you want to give it more than you take it, but he'll be right back out in just a second.
That's going to wrap up quarter number 3. We'll step aside. Woodford County 12 minutes away from a date in the quarterfinal. They lead Collins 48-21. You're watching 5A second round action from Versailles on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Our great crew tonight from Glycod, Joe O'Malley and Jacob Johns on camera, Steve Bird. Our producer, Will Engel, kind enough to help us tonight with spotting with Joey Hamilton. I'm Chris LeBar. We'd like to wish our teammate Scott Moore the best. Scott dealing with the passing of his dad this week, and we thinking about him and wish him all the best.
Condolences for sure.
So 2nd down and 2. Collins down 4 touchdowns. Martin on the tote. Martin downhill run for a 1st down. And that young man only picks up 3, Joey. He is just a hard-nosed football player.
Coach talked about him, He talked about Martin, how he just loves how he plays, loves how his motor goes. He plays linebacker, leads the blocks there for Cade Gooden on the quarterback draws. And the 2 times he's had the ball here, he's run the ball really hard, and he's gotten 1st down, both touches.
1st down at 10. As Gooden going the distance tonight for Collins. Cade missed 3 games this year, and when healthy, he is an elite player. Slings it on a slant. Delaney, grab and go, and Delaney scooting close to a first down.
Yeah, nice job right there. Delaney just finds the little hole right there as a trip set right there is the inside receiver. And Delaney just basically just finds a little hole right there, catches it. Now, the thing he does, he gives up about 3 yards there, but if he just gets it and turns upfield, if you watch him right there, he just goes, finds a little hole, catches it. But when he catches it, he goes backwards about 3 yards. He just catch it, turn his shoulder, and go.
So Collins, second and short, Gooden rolling left, slinging down the far sideline, well covered and underthrown as well.
Well, that's the toughest throw in America right there. Any quarterback rolling left, trying to throw right, it's just hard as heck. It's just tough throw, and you got to have one of those strong arms, and just hard play to do.
Scott County wins 54-21.
Third down and 1 with 11 minutes remaining.
You think they may go with the counter tray again here with Martin. That's been a real positive play there for him.
3 receivers stacked to the near side. And Martin needing a hard-earned yard. He's going to duck those legs and drive them close.
It looks like he got more than that, but the referee came in from the outside. Looked like he came short, but it looked like Martin was past the line. But the referee, he saw it more than I did, I guess. He put him back a yard, looks like.
Boy, you're right at the naked eye up top. It looked like he does have a first down.
It looked like he was over the line when he came down with it, but the referee on the outside from the Collins sideline said no, so he's got a better view than us.
Fourth down and short. Gooden going to design his own run, and there's a first down. And Gooden traipsing down the far sideline, and another Collins touchdown. That's Gooden's third scramble for 6.
Nice job, Collins. Touchdown. Gooden showing what he could do, showing his versatility. 4th and 1. Says, I'll do it, coach. I'll put it in my hands. I'll make it happen. 31-yard touchdown. Cade Gooden.
Point after.
I'll tell you right after this.
Got to be getting some All-State votes in there somewhere.
Gage Miller. Hold applied by Carter James. Still 10:06 remaining. High snap. James does a great job to get it down, and it's blocked.
And you know who did that? Big number 88. Big number 88. 6'5". 245. Josiah McKee. And you know, as I said that about Gooden All-State, you got a quarterback like Coombs. You got a quarterback like Gooden. You've got a couple other quarterbacks that we've seen this year, and you're like, how do you pick an All-State team? How do you get a first-team All-State? Can they get co-first-team All-Staters or something? It's just a tough job because, like I said, we've got a year. We've got some of the better or best quarterbacks we've seen in a long time together as a group, and it's going to be some tough votes this year. Tough votes this year for that. You got the quarterback from Trinity. You got a lot of really good juniors running around here, and then you got some quality seniors. So, but it's good for the Commonwealth. I'm loving it.
It has been a great year for quarterbacks this year. Still got 10:06 left. If Collins' defense can get a quick stop, stranger things have happened.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Without that fumble by Delaney, when he got stripped, if they can get down there and score in that, and then they got the ball right back again, and they scored the way Gooden just scored there. They could be just a little closer here. 48-35, or maybe 34, depending on.
There's an onside kick, and Woodford will scarf it up at their 48-yard line. Another key in this game has been starting field position. It has tilted heavily to the Yellow Jackets tonight.
Yes, with the pooch kick, the onside kicks here, started probably 40 from their own 40. I don't know, 2, 3, 4 yard line to the Collins 45-yard line, and then Collins, they've started probably about their own 20, 25 every time. So it's been a huge difference.
So 1st and 10, Woodford County. Aiden Powell in his first tour of duty tonight at Woodford County running back position. And you get the sense, barring something strange, we may see the last of running back Darian Tomlin. He has been a featured part of their offense as Powell chisels his way inside across the 46-yard line.
As you see him get up right there, you see big Dylan Branson right there at 6'3", 245. You also see Carson Bugg right there, 6'6", 290 right there. Guys just getting up off the line right there.
Gain of about 6 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down 4.
And you got number 64, Caleb Caudill, 5'10", 265. They call him the little guy in that group. You know, it's like, hey, I'm the little guy. And you're like, there's nothing little about you. But they call him the little guy in that group. But those guys are all huge.
2nd down at 4 o'clock. Starting to milk to the 9-minute mark of this 4th quarter. Woodford County seeking their 8th consecutive win. Powell on a stretch. Tracked down from behind. Loss of a couple. That's Trey England.
And England makes plays like that when he comes in behind. England comes in behind and does that really well when guards and tackles pull. He is quick enough to come in behind there. Now, after he made that tackle, I don't know what happened. Looks like a little extracurricular activity on that side. Personal foul against Collins.
Jaden Martin, they may have gotten laid out of bounds, maybe.
I didn't see. I just saw a couple of guys just start pointing, and it's hard to see. But that's just a killer right there. You know, for any inkling or any chance you would have to come back, you just making plays like that. Just out of frustration, you just got to. It's one of those things you just got to say no. Learn to say no. You just can't. You just can't do it. You do it and you hurt your team.
There have been a few of those tonight. Ryan Brown back out there now for Woodford County, and Brown will have his number called on the handoff. A couple yards. That's going to be frustrating for Jerry Lucas. He's dialed up a great game plan tonight. There have been several offensive plays there, Joey, especially in the first quarter, that were there. They just weren't executed well.
Yeah, the overthrows, a couple of just missing guys by inches right there, or the quarterback just getting nipped by a toe or something, just falling down there. And on defense, he said he knew they were going to give up touchdowns, but he said the bend but don't break. And and they were, the last 3 minutes of the half, they bent and they didn't break. They just made a ill-advised play, which helped. And they're still making good plays here. It's not terrible.
2nd down and 8, pass out in the flat. That's going to be a 1st down. Hodge out there. He has been very prolific tonight in a touchdown.
Yeah, Hodge is doing really good stuff out there. And on a play like that, that's a play like it's almost unfair when you call it like that, because that the Titans are playing run. The Titans are playing run all the way. And you throw a pass out there, and it's no one out there, and before anyone touches him, he's got a 1st down. Like I said, it's almost unfair because they're playing for the run.
Aiden Powell back out there again for Woodford as the Jackets alternate backs. Powell racing around the near side edge across the 25, and he'll skirt out with some help by Hardy at about the 18-yard line.
And Hardy shows the speed right there. Powell, good speed there, but Powell gets over there, pushes him out of bounds, and I think it's going to be about they gained about 5 or 6 on that. It's a long run. He ran about 35 to gain 5 on that one as he ran across the field, but good job by Hardy getting over there to push him out of bounds.
This Woodford County passing game, so strong, but the way they run the ball, I think, really might distinguish them late in the playoff race here. This offensive line, very good.
That's what you think about. You think about things like that. Said, when it gets cold, nice play. Oh, nice
good
play.
Good breakup,
right
bracing. That's Watson Rhodes, but continue on.
Yeah, when late in the playoffs, when it gets real cold, gets real windy right there, teams aren't able to throw the ball as much. But with a strong arm like Fox, if Fox Coombs can throw the ball like that, and then you got to play the run with these big linemen, the way they lean on you and the way Tomlin handles that stretch play, I mean, they become very, very, very effective right there. Like I said, you just have to pick your poison right there. And like I say, they're not 10-1, 10-0 in the state, but 10-1 for a reason. They are very, very good. And
there's Powell on 3rd and 6. And he's going to reverse course and be upended back at the 20-yard line.
Trey England right there with a nice job right there. He's first forced out there.
The ball carrier tripped up by number 29, England.
Yeah, first forced out there by number 2. And that's going to be Askew. Askew pushes him out, then England comes in and makes the play right there. But, yeah, when they have their boys in there and you've got Tomlin in there, they're hard. It's a hard guard right there, Because, like I said, by the time mid-second, third quarter, mid-third quarter, those big bodies start pushing on you. And the way Tomlin's run the ball tonight, and then all it takes is a play action with that strong arm, finding his receivers, finding his guy, Grayson Hodge, Omari Joyner. We've hardly even talked about him tonight. Jalen Johnson, those guys right there, they've got it all. And, Coach Johnson, when he first started here, he didn't have it all. He was 2-9. What was he? 1-10, 2-9, 4-6. He's built a program. He has built a program. And I think he probably tells these kids, don't get comfortable. Don't think you've got something because we're winning. Don't think it's automatic. It took time for him to do that, and so I think he's installed a culture here to where these kids know that it's earned. It's not given.
At 4th down and 6. Big 4th down play as Woodford County trying to continue their momentum with 7:11 to play. Still a 3-touchdown deficit for Collins. And Coons needing a half dozen. Slings it across the middle.
Wow.
And it's going to be caught.
A dime.
Inside the 1-yard line.
It's a dime. Oh, wow. Unbelievable, folks. If you could see that from here, the way he just stepped up and just threw that right over. Amari Joyner just catches that. The way Amari Joyner, he hit it right in the breadbasket with that. Number 11, Estrada, just right over his fingertips, right up and over. That is a big-time throw right there. You can't draw it up any better than that.
Aiden Powell on for Woodford in the running back position.
Great throw by Fox Coombs. Great catch by Amari Joyner. 1st and goal at the 1.
Woodford trying to score their 5th touchdown, and Coons patrolling, waltzing in.
Coons just says, hey, Coach, I've done everything else tonight. Let me go ahead.
That's Woodford's 5th touchdown of this second half.
Like I said, his half has been a lot of guys' game. He is just putting numbers up. He's throwing them. Now he's run one in. Just, oh, my goodness. Unbelievable show tonight. Unbelievable show. Showing why they're 10-1.
Cash Wolf on for the point after. Only fitting that both of these wonderful special teams units have had blocked extra points tonight. And one more applying for Cash Wolf, which is just a great name for a place kicker. And it's 55-27, 6:30 left. We'll step aside now. This message from BCTC on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Oldham County today.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
6:30 to play. Woodford County, 55 points on the board. And they're going to try to close this one out and move on to the quarterfinal action next week, of which they will be at home.
Yes, you talk about Cash Wolf. He's cash money. He's been on the go tonight. And Woodford, they will host North Laurel, or the Scott County winner. I'm sorry, if Woodford County wins, they will host North Laurel or Scott County winner. So and Scott County won, so I think they may have. Well, don't they go? They go by RPI the next round, I believe. So I apologize.
We'll try to update you if we can. That kick recovered by Collins. We will tell you, Pulaski County did beat South Laurel 42-13, and West Jessamine over North Laurel 24-21. Scott County has also won.
Yes.
As they won at Cooper 55-34. Stay tuned in our postgame. We will update the rest of the area scores as well.
Yes, it's a seeding 5 through 8, and the districts 5 through 8 in the latter part. So we just have to see who wins, and once we figure out all who wins, they'll go by seeding after that, folks. Just have to get some final scores in here, and we'll let you know all that, or you can read it in the morning.
Stay tuned to glycod.com as well. We will keep you apprised as Collins going to continue to try to play this thing out with 6:29 left. Is Gooden going to heave it down the far sideline, and hits a great back shoulder catch down at the 30-yard line and a spin of 37.
Beautiful, beautiful pass right there. Cade Gooden drops back. Just put your man Hintz on a go route right there. And he's got number 4 over there, Elijah Ward over there. And he and Ward just been battling, and he just goes up and catches on the outside shoulder, first down. Big play. Nice throw.
Still 6 minutes left. There's Gooden on a duck down, and Delaney incomplete.
It's twice Delaney's taking his eyes off the ball. It's one of those things where I say your eyes are bigger than your stomach when you're trying to eat right there. Delaney trying to run before he catches it. He just wide open right there, and Coach puts it right. Caden puts it right in the bread basket. Gooden does. Cade puts it right there, and Delaney just looks away and loses the ball. It happens. That's kind of sums up the night that Collins has had tonight. Wide open right there, just not making the play.
From the 32, it's second down and 10 is Gooden. Rolling to the left, evading pressure, and he's going to flip it down. He's got a target. That's Hulsman, I believe.
Martin.
Oh, beg your pardon. Jaden Martin with the grab and a touchdown.
And that's a nice play right there. And Martin's just standing out there. That's a great throw right there. You can see on that time Gooden just gathers himself. He doesn't try to throw across the body, but he goes out here, rolls around, looks like he's going to run, gathers himself, and throws a nice tight spiral. Martin catches it, kind of knocks one over, and goes in the end zone for a touchdown. And, I mean, that one play where Dale got stripped, that could be a huge play right here. That could have been a huge play. I mean, the game's not over. But being closer is always better if you're Titans.
Collins going to go for 2 here with 5:48 left as Gooden rolls, and he's going to duck it for an incomplete 2-point try.
Not going to happen on that one, but
2-point conversion.
He tried to connect with Avion Delaney, so a 22-point deficit, 5:48 remaining. You still have a couple timeouts.
2 timeouts left, and we'll see what happens here. I mean, going to go for the onside kick here. They can get one to bounce their way. They've got one earlier to bounce their way, so trying to get one to bounce your way, and anything's possible. Jaden Martin showing his versatility going out of the backfield, catching that ball right there. So
we've been on longer than a telethon tonight, Joey. Goodness.
Well, when you pass the ball a lot, you know that's going to happen. They should have put us on Central Standard Time, and then they, knowing they're going to pass a lot, say put it on Central Standard Time. We'd have been all right. But that's okay. That's okay. I enjoy being here. I'm loving watching these kids play. Loving calling this game. It's a good game, and it's still inevitable. That Collins might have a chance.
They need a takeaway.
This is going to be huge right here. Let's see what happens.
They did succeed on an onside try in the first half.
Yes.
Been unsuccessful a couple of times since. And Gage Miller trying to put a little English on this kick as he'll tee it up to his liking at the 40.
I always like it when these kickers do that too, and They know how to kick that ball. I could never do that. The way they just hit that ball and it goes in funny little bounces. But they practice that stuff all the time.
Let's see what Gage can dial up here. And he's going to kick it true.
Oh, they're going to try to get that.
Back at the 20 and raced under. Nice grab there by Josh Champagne for Woodford, as the Yellow Jackets, this might be their deepest field position start of the evening.
It is. And they took a chance on that. They said, maybe we can get a couple of our speedsters to get down there and get to that ball, but Champagne just got there just in time, and just in time right there. So let's see what they're going to do here. They got 2 timeouts. Both teams have 2 timeouts, I believe. No, I'm sorry.
They do?
And so we'll see what happens here. We'll see what's going on here. This last 5:48, and they maybe get a fumble, get an interception here. Anything's possible.
First down at 10 as Coons in the belly of his big burly running back Ryan Brown, and he'll barrel for a first down scallop up to the 26-yard line.
Nice play right there. The whole offensive line just pushed everybody to the right. And next thing you know, the back right there, Brown, just goes left and sees the big seam right there and just gets upfield and gets a first down.
From the 26-yard line, Jace Carroll, the Woodford County running back. Quarterback.
Quarterback,
Beg your pardon.
Jump in there at quarterback. Looks like Coons just going to go inside the tent and sit down in front of it. Now he's right in front of him. He's not in it, so he's just kind of talking to some people. He's okay.
He's done for the night as Woodford County trying to play out the final 5 minutes. There's Brown again. He'll twist just shy of the 30 as we slide under 5 minutes remaining.
Nice job right there by Brown right there. Skew with a nice tackle right there. And we're going to call timeout. Timeout here by Collins right there. You're going to call timeout, make it second down. It's really good effort there by both teams. Defensively, that's what Coach Lucas talked about. He said we're going to give up plays, but if we can make a turnover or just not break, he said, we're going to bend, but if we don't break, and like I said, they had a few opportunities, but, when you've got players like Darren Tomlin just making plays, a 55-yard run, and then Tomlin comes back. He's had a 37-yard run right there. And then, the kind of the tone of the night there, when you fumble in the end zone and your lineman recovers it right there, and that's Beecham Robbins recovers it. That just kind of tells you what kind of night it's going to be for you. And it's been that night for Collins tonight.
If this score holds and outcome holds, not going to diminish the success Collins has had this year. This is a fine football team.
And they really could be a 10-1 squad, 10-2 squad themselves.
They'll be sitting on one next year. There's another first down run by Brown. As Ryan Brown, this Woodford County offense is just so deep.
And they all come back next year. They got a good portion of them come back. But the games that the quarterback Cade Gooden was out was a Scott County game. They lose 38-14. North Laurel lose 19-14, and then he's out. He comes in and plays, but he's only had a day of practice against Collins. Those are only 3 losses right there. You figure they beat North Laurel, and we'll throw the other 2 up. But that's still an 8-2, 9-2 team versus a 10-1 team. So, what a district! What a district to be in.
From the 42-yard line with 4 minutes remaining. Brown again. Good defense by Clay England.
Yeah, Clay England linebacker right there, just making a nice play right there. And we haven't mentioned his name tonight, but we'll mention him now. We'll talk about Justin Rudd, the back judge. You can see that Yellow Jackets are just holding. And they wait till he raises that hand, that back judge. And as soon as he raises that hand, then they go ahead and when he starts counting down to 5 seconds, 4 seconds, and they go ahead and call the play. So trying to run as much clock as they can here. You see he's got that hand up in the back, and they're just going to wait. They're going to wait, and then when he starts 5, 4, 3, and they That's a good job there. Take it down to 3 seconds every time.
And Brown just powering his way. He said he wants more playing time.
Brown,
down to the 42.
What can Brown do for you? He can get you a first down. That's what Brown can do for you. Brown is pushing the Powell, making nice cuts, making nice plays right there.
Brody Haggard on the stop. Stay tuned in our post-game report. We will finalize our score ticker and have tonight's most outstanding players.
Yes, and Brown comes out. Going to take a play off there. Going to bring in another back here.
Aiden Powell.
Powell's going to come in. Three-headed monster there for the backs for the Yellow Jackets.
I kind of thought at the start of the show it might be a lot of points scored, and it was tied at 7 after the first quarter, but as Todd Carter says, water always holds its level, and here we are with 88 points deep in this game.
Yeah, 88 points and possibly one and maybe two more scores.
I think Woodford going to take the air out of the balloon here. There's Powell around the edge.
Well, Powell and Brown, the way they're running the ball, they're running 8-9 yards a clip here. As England misses the tackle, he kind of runs through it. He's depleted. You can see how tired he is right there. Those big linemen, even the backups are no small cookie right there. Those guys, they have a little size on them right there. So if you get those big guys leaning on you, you get these guys right here leaning on you as well. And you can see that's the future right there. So the future looks real bright here for the Yellow Jackets. They're going to lean on you too, and they're going to wear you out.
Crowd starting to get an early trek home. As Woodford County poised to win their 11th of the season. Powell again, he only needed a couple to net the first down. It's
right
Cam
there,
Bennett.
Cam Bennett, yes sir. Nice tackle there by Bennett. He's been playing the whole game.
With the tackle.
I know Cam's been a warrior out there. He's been in there the whole time. Right there at nose guard. It's been pretty thick in there for Cam. Cam in there is still battling though. Cam battling in there. You got Brody Haggard in there. Those guys, they've been battling all game. Good job by England right there. Nice stop coming in on the outside.
Doris Richards, his first rush tonight. Richards, 5'7", 150-pound freshman, as we now have under 1 minute remaining.
Yeah, bring the freshman in, let him get a little playoff action there. That's always exciting, you get in there. Varsity action on Friday night. Team wins it. You get a ball, ball handed to you one or two times as a running back. Or your lineman in there, you get to get in there and push a little bit. Just awesome job. Quarterback gets a couple of plays. Everybody goes home happy.
And Woodford County, I think, obligated to run one more play. Great piece of sportsmanship.
Yes, sir.
A lot of respect between these two class programs.
That's the way it's supposed to be done. You got to love it. That Coach Lucas, one of the best there ever is. Coming from Collins. He's the one, the only, 16 years. You got a state championship, and then you got Coach Johnson, call him DJ, 11th season. He's built something here. Each year he keeps striving to go a little farther each year.
55-33, Woodford moves on to round 3, and we'll be back in 3 minutes from Glycod.
Looking for a realtor to help you buy or sell your property? Then look no further than John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher. John has helped hundreds achieve their goals through buying and selling real estate. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading to a larger home, or downsizing as an empty nester, John will work with you to help you get where you want to go. For a realtor that has supported the community for over 20 years and who has creative ideas, consistent communication, and dependable results, call John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher at 502-598-8378.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Let's get real. For a lot of people, 4 years of college might as well be $1 million. With us, you can get a certificate in a matter of months and start a career right away. College for the real world. College for your world.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
We're big fans here in Kentucky.
Go, go, go! Let's get this car to service!
Of great savings at Cartown Kia.
Win big this season on 2025 Sorrento. Lease for just $249 a month for 24 months. Or the fan favorite 2025 Kia Seltos. Lease for just $199 a month for 24 months. Or touchdown with game-winning savings on new Kia K4. Lease for just $149 a month for 24 months.
Our team is here for your team at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit them online at CartownKiaUSA.com.
Woodford County, an impressive 55-33 win tonight over Collins. Joey, after one, this game was tied at 7, but you go back to the last 4 minutes of the first half, 3 Woodford touchdowns, and it was too much for the Titans to overcome.
Titans couldn't get it together. Defensively, couldn't stop anyone. Offensively, 3 and outs. Of course, the Yellow Jackets had something to do with that, and offensively, Fox Coombs and the gang, Tomlin, Omari Joyner, Grayson Hodge, all the guys, Jalen Johnson, they just got it together, and all of a sudden it just clicked, and it's one of those things, it just shows how good they are if they could score that quick, that fast, and they're not ranked number 1 for nothing. I mean, they are right up there, So, I think they have the highest RPI, or maybe the second highest RPI here in 5A. I'm not quite sure. I have to look at that, as these games stop and they play, but they're right up there. So, they just showed, Coach Johnson just showed just his whole arsenal, what do you say to that? Like I said, he's built this program. I'm just impressed the way they've come up, the way he's come up in the last, when he started out, they were like the laughing stock. They're a laughing stock of this area, and he's built it up to a 13-1 team, and now he's got teams, perennial power year after year, competing for that ring. So you just have to applaud what he's done here, the culture he's built here.
Jerry Lucas told you before the game his guys really had to play a clean game, limit the turnovers, limit the penalties, and for the latter, they did not do that.
No, It's almost if Coach Lucas and his guys had to play a perfect game. It's that game where turnovers had to go their way, penalties had to go their way. A tip ball, an interception, that onside kick, that went their way, but then they didn't capitalize on it and went 3 and out. Things of that nature, you have to score off that. You have to do something, and when they don't go perfect for you like that, and your team like the Collins Titans, you just, the results speak for themselves.
Woodford County defeats Collins 55-33. Our most outstanding players on the other side of this pause. You're watching Week 5 high school football playoffs live on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. with health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front 24/7. Our gift of the town. It's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive. We are leaders in customer care.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy with HKC Roofing. We've been in the roofing business in this area over 20 years. Don't do business with a company you've never heard of or who claims to be local. When they leave town, their warranty leaves with them. Go with a roofer you can count on for years to come. Go online at roofyourhouse.com or call 502-212-1081. We thank you for your business.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Tonight's most outstanding players are presented by HKC Roofing. They are better than guaranteed. And for Collins, certainly it's been the consistent theme throughout the course of the year. Cade Gooden, another strong performance.
Cade Gooden just led the way. You know, he ran the ball, threw the ball, put the ball where it needed to be, got out of a couple jams, threw the ball running away, going left, throwing a touchdown pass to Martin, just being the man. You know, he even had one of those Eli Manning scrambles where he got out of there and found a way, threw it up, found his receiver, ran one in, ran a couple in, and he's just doing it all for his team. And you can tell because the games they lost this year, he did not play in 2 of those, and then he only basically had a half in the other one. So, you know, this is the first full game they've had that with him that they've lost. But you know, like I said, Coach knew it was a tough task uphill, defensive wise, and you know, the numbers speak for themselves.
Jason Hintz, Avion Delaney did some very good things on offense, and then Collins' defense. Same guys, pretty much. Trey and Clay England and Isaac Estrada making plays.
Estrada, yeah, England. You know, Estrada's a senior, I believe, and then on offense, Hulsman. So those guys will be gone. But on offense, they've got all those guys back. So, you know, except for Hulsman. So, you know, you plan on big things for them next year. But, you know, I think Dale's gone as well. But they'll bring back a strong team next year, and they'll battle right there for this district title with Scott County, Woodford County, and these guys are all going to become very familiar with each other. And, you know, Coach Lucas just does a great job. So, you know, kudos to them. Great year. Even though you had a couple losses, I know, and your quarterback did play those. Just great year for Scott County. I mean, I should say Scott County. I know they're playing next week. I apologize for that. Great job there for the Collins Titans.
Darian Tomlin, tonight's most outstanding player for Woodford County. Tomlin, 3 rushing touchdowns, and his ability to just make the big plays when they need them, one of the differences.
He was the horse tonight. You know, he was like A.D., Adrian Peterson, all day, just giving him the ball. Every time they gave him the ball, he just made things happen tonight. The stretch play was great. They hand it to him, he go up the middle. And you got to give credit to the Hogs up front. His linemen, those guys are beast. They are beast up there. They're big, and they're athletic. They're quick, and they lean on you. And like I said, when poor little Trey England there, 5'11", 145, having to deal with 290 all night, and guys of that nature, you know what the outcome is going to be. It's inevitable. And then with the back like Tomlin, the way he was just running through people. And then as he comes out, you saw the quality because Brown steps in and he's running through people. So you can see what they've got. If it's not Tomlin, it's going to be Brown. As if it's not Amariel Joyner right there, then you still got Grayson Hodge. You still got Jalen Johnson. You got players. They're deep, and they're going to go far. I think they're going to go far. Third round is far, but I think Coach has bigger. His eyes are on the prize a little bit bigger than this third round next week against Scott County.
Yeah, Fox Coons 3 touchdown passes in the third quarter. Amari Joyner with a touchdown reception. Grayson Hodge with the touchdown reception, and then defensively, Kingston Dumas an interception. Josiah McKee, a blocked field goal. Woodford County, a winner 55-33. We do expect Scott County to be next week's opponent here in Versailles, and we expect and hope to have that with you or have that for you next week on Glycod. We will update our games for round 3 sometime this weekend. And that'll do it for us. Final score tonight, 55-33, Woodford County over Collins. For all of our great crew, including executive producer Steve Bird, spotter Will Engel, camera operators Joe O'Million and Jacob Johns, and analyst Joey Hamilton. I'm Chris LeBar. Good night. You've been watching High School Football live on Glycod.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. Sometimes when you have a roof leak, you just need a repair. At HKC Roofing, we're experts at finding and fixing leaks. For a free estimate, contact us at roofyourhouse.com.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
To hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville, movement that inspires, and by Carpenters Local 1650. Build your winning career today. From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School Football. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Man of War Harley Davidson. 100% Kentucky owned and operated. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. New Vista. We see the good ahead. Martin's Peterbilt. Keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment. The right equipment for the right job. Suntime Pools and Spas. Good people to know if you have a pool. And by Fast Signs.
Visit glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.